Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
Hey, good Friday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports on EdmontonSportsTalk.com, on TuneIn, on iHeartRadio, as well as thanks to those listening on podcasts. Will Fraser's just making comments in the other room that it always makes me laugh. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today, Joaquin Gage from EST Afternoons, as well as two guys and a goalie right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, and F1 commissioner of the, what is our league called again?
The F1
AM Nasty.
AM Nasty.
There it is. And Clarke from Sport Edmonton back in with us, repping another great Trappers jersey. I was going to say kit, but it's not a kit. It's a jersey.
Not quite.
It's not a kit. Reed, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, man, always happy to be here.
How have you been?
Great, dude, great. I'm rocking this in honor of our guy Fernando, right?
Right.
Oh,
This is the jersey.
R.I.P.
This is actually pretty close to the jersey he wore in '91 when he was pitching with the Trappers.
He pitched with the Trappers?
He played for the Trappers?
Dude, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Was it a rehab stint, or was he sent down because of performance?
Oh, no, so he got released. So he's Dodgers 8 years, obviously the miracle in like his rookie season in '81 when they won the World Series.
Yeah.
Against the Yankees. we remember that.
Good reminder.
Yeah, really good reminder. And then, so he had all the years of success, and then he showed up at spring training, and he got released by the Dodgers. They didn't think he had it.
What?
He got picked up by the Angels. So the California Angels picked him up.
Yeah.
They didn't think he had it, but they kept him in the minors. So he went single A, I think, in Texas, then he went double A, and then the Trappers were kind of looking at him, and then they brought him up.
Huh.
So I'm pretty sure it was 91, but he pitched 7 games. He went 3-3. His ERA was, I don't think, very good.
Sounds like he didn't have it.
Okay. He didn't quite have it, but he was rocking like their attendance. This is at the old Ducey Park. He was rocking the attendance. I think they did 250K in fans that year, which is like
That's
a record.
Yeah.
Helped get the new ballpark, which the Riverhawks are in now. That was kind of like one thing. Say, hey, like I could sell 10 to 15,000 seats, right? Because of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was supposed to go back up in the end of August or September, and they never called him up. So that year he thought he was kind of done. But then he popped back up the following year. I think he went Tigers, Padres, Cardinals, something like that. So he played another like 250 MLB games, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he lasted into the mid-90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's only 30 when they released him.
Damn.
Yeah.
A young Gustavo Chassin.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry, that was
So
just
RIP Fernando, but this is like,
Yeah.
There's a really cool like print or something he did. Maybe it was for a giveaway, and he's rocking this almost exact Trappers jersey.
You posted him in his wind up in his Trappers
Yeah, it's this one,
uniform.
dude.
That is,
That's
that
it,
was
man.
that was really cool. I like
it.
that.
What a story.
That is a great story, and I know he played for them, but I never understood the story as to what got him there. So I'm glad you kind of refreshed that. It's a good part of Edmonton sports history.
Yeah.
Also, John Ducey Park, how big was it? Because I remember being there, going under the grandstand and like playing catch with my dad, and then going and watching the game, and going back and forth.
If I was doing it for my in-depth research last night, it was I think 6,500.
Yep.
So okay.
Yeah, 6,500 in that old green with the old Ducey dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like,
they
lots
were
of
selling
wood.
it out with him there, right?
Right.
And just the attention of that. But they got it. There's still some sport reporters, like I think Speck like interviewed him, covered the whole story and everything. So
Damn.
Oh,
it was Fernando Mania, like when he came up here. It was crazy.
Wow.
well, the Trappers had actual beat reporters here in town.
Really?
For the
Will
longest
was
time.
one for a bit.
Yeah, I think Brownlee had to do it and stuff, and they would be
did.
guys that would have to be there every game up in the
No
press
way.
box covering, game stories and stuff. The Trappers had that's also like at a time we had media with full coverage. So
Right.
like newspapers, they had the guys at the Oilers, but they had a full staff
baseball
for
section,
the
yeah.
Eskimos. They had someone that they could throw to the Trappers beat.
Yeah.
They were robust in the newsroom, so they could throw people everywhere.
Wow.
We don't have that these days.
I
No.
think the paper had like a Trappers like section.
Yeah.
And talk about every game and get into the details on it, right?
That would have been a fun gig.
you go.
It's AAA ball. Like it's legit. Like it was. I'm not going to be the guy that says I miss it, but I miss it.
Oh, I miss it.
It was legit. So how about
it.
the tie-in today, right? Rocking this World Series, Yankees, Dodgers.
Worlds colliding.
Worlds colliding, man.
Yeah, still
meant
go
to be.
Yankees. Go Yankees. It's our time. It's our turn. It's what's needed. The Dodgers have won
Why not
recently.
us?
Not
Why
you know,
not?
like, and I will be the bad. Like, there was 4 Canadians on the Guardians, including an Edmontonian.
Yeah.
and
Eric, man.
go Yankees still. You know, we have the
He
connection.
wants to. I got to drop one off for him. Maybe I'll do it today. Actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He wants a trap jersey.
Who does?
Eric.
Oh,
Is he in
Spransky.
town?
No,
He's not
in
in town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
like, hey, drop it
I was
off.
gonna be like, that's pretty quick. And
Can
stuff.
can I ask really quickly? I know we're gonna talk about a lot of things today, but like how you and Sean did City of Champs. How is all the merch doing? Because like I had lots of people asking about the jersey. Remember we did the shoot and the hats and stuff like that.
I think we just reposted a little video where.
Me and OG
yeah,
Jonah.
You guys cruising. Yeah.
I would use
Mr.
OG.
Cool and Mr. Cooler. I won't say
Yeah.
who's who on that, but
Well, he's definitely
no, it's
Mr.
good, man.
Cool.
The jerseys have been flying, right? Like everyone
Good.
loves them, and all the other hats, the hoodies are awesome. The caps are cool, and then like that old EE logo I was doing back when it was Ross Last. We're dropping a new one of that. We just got them
Fantastic.
in. I was trying to get into the warehouse beforehand to rock it today, but they'll be out soon.
That logo, I just say it because I had a buddy I met through mutual friends. He's from Chicago, and he's like, "What is that hat you're wearing?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "That is the Edmonton Eskimos 1914
Got it.
baseball
club.
team." And he's
Yeah.
like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was like the Western Canadian Baseball League." He's like, "Do you happen to know where I can get one of those?" I'm like, "Well, I know a guy. He happened to give me a couple of them. I have one if you want."
did you give one?
I gave him the black with the white logo,
classic. Yeah.
and he's like, "I love this hat." And he would send me pictures of him all in like at like what's Comiskey called now, whatever in Chicago. He's from, and he's like, "I'm wearing the hat at the game. People are asking me about it, and I'm telling the story, and they're blown away." I was like, "Cool, man."
It's kind of like that C hat that they have Chicago. It's almost the same kind of script on it.
Right.
But yeah, that's there's actually a photo. So like the first year the Eskimos won the Grey Cup, there's one coach and he's rocking a hat with that logo.
Really?
Yeah. So, but nobody else is. It's just kind of a weird.
Yeah.
It was kind of a weird thing. So we might do something with the Elks on it in the future. We'll see. But,
I'm glad you bring it back, and you see it quite a bit around the city too.
it's classic Edmonton.
Yeah.
Cool.
There we go.
Joaquin wants on.
Trappers are the. If I could bring one thing to Edmonton, it would be the Trappers back.
Yeah.
Followed by a G League team.
Yeah.
I would like a G or a WNBA team.
Yeah.
I would love the thing too about a WNBA team is, like, I think you could convince Stars to come play in Edmonton. Like now, obviously, there's still New York, LA. Those are going to be buzzed like top cities or something. But it's not like you have to come play in Edmonton in the winter. If we get a chance to sell Edmonton in the summer, I think people wouldn't be looking like, what's Edmonton?
Edmonton was ranked one of the best places to come for vacations in the summer.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, it was on the news.
I
saw
know
it.
how great it is,
Lonely
but
Planet.
Yeah,
just
made it
top
oh,
10.
yeah,
wow.
because
top
of
10
the
to visit next year.
revitalization of downtown area, the restaurants and the things to do around.
Yeah.
And I think it was the proximity to the mountains and things. So it's, I was like, I was shocked.
Well, it's a bunch of festivals.
Yeah.
There's a festival from mid-June to mid-August. Generally, like there's a major festival. You've got the River Valley, which is beautiful at that time.
True.
You've got the sun up all day.
That's the
and
big
night,
one.
right? Like you're sitting on a patio at
11
10 o'clock and the
yeah.
sun's still fully out. It's nice weather. Yeah, it's a. So I think like WNBA, Caitlin Clarke's not coming here.
No?
why she's playing in Indiana?
She's going to go to That's because she was
She's
drafted
drafted,
there.
yeah.
I know.
Wait till that's one where the Spark Liberty just won, but like the Spark will throw all the cash to make her a star in LA.
Yeah, that's fair. Good point.
And
She'll get
why
to
is it
pick
say-
wherever
is
she
she
wants.
playing in Europe or no? Like, why am I seeing all these things she's going to Europe to play?
Because the WNBA, they had in their offseason, they generally actually go play in
She's not
Europe.
playing in that, is she?
I have no idea. I didn't look.
I doubt it.
It's
Man.
it's like
She's making
but like Brittany
big money.
Griner.
cash. And their endorsement deals are huge.
That's what happened with Brittany Griner was that she went to go play in Russia in the WNBA offseason, and then everything happened, and she got arrested.
Oh, so
but it was their offseason she went to go play there because a lot of these NBA players go play there.
Don't bring your vape pens with stuff in there
And
to Russia.
yeah,
man.
don't
Just-
carry
it's the
cannabis
lesson.
around.
That's the lesson. But the dub to that, Matty, there's some rumors about that. There's some rumors about the dub.
WNBA here? Yeah, I know.
I mean, people would support it, I think.
I've said it on the Hangout slyly.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. Toronto, because Toronto's getting.
Yeah. Portland.
San Francisco's joining.
Yeah.
It's a growing league. And yeah, I would want to get jump on that one. And again, Edmonton in the summer.
Good pun.
What did I say?
You want to get the jump on that one.
Oh, okay. I know it
Jump off.
I get it. Look how clever I am. I meant that completely.
Usually it's a jump ball.
Do got to get to our keyword later in the show for the EST Flyaway to LA, presented by the 780. We've got Oilers discussion. We've got Elks to talk about. Maybe we'll talk a little more World Series. But I do want to quickly just get to Gager. What do we got? F1 this weekend?
Yeah, down in Mexico. We had Tim Hraney on yesterday. That was a lot of fun. He sounds like he's having way too much fun.
I enjoyed that conversation very much yesterday.
Too much tequila after Austin on a Sunday night. He said he was feeling it. Was going to a Mucho Libre wrestling match after the show. And I mean, Mexico City is always interesting because he was even talking about it, just walking around, how being it's like being in Denver, right? It's a mile high up. So when I'd play in Denver, it was like that first practice was kind of, oh, geez. But you'd get acclimatized to it. And those guys are such great athletes but by Sunday they should be fine. But it's the reliability of the cars, right? So because of the high altitude, they have to adjust the intake. So
I was going to ask
engine,
about that.
so it produces at that high efficiency rate.
How does it affect the dirty and clean air? Do you know?
No,
or is that too much into the minutia of it?
Yeah, and I mean, it's just the turbulence behind a car, right?
Yeah.
And they've designed them now. I mean, that's why you see such great racing, I think, with the new cars, because it's designed to shoot everything up in the air. That's why they can handle so close. But obviously that's going to affect them in some respect. Because you're going to try to generate downforce, and it's going to be hard in the thinner air. But there's usually a couple DNFs, this weekend.
I like the Mexican race because they have that like stadium area they drive through.
Oh yeah,
with like those
and
two
they just go nuts.
sharp turns.
Yeah,
and they lose it,
Checo
and it's like
goes through
20,000 or something that are just in that one spot or something like
cool.
that.
Checo goes around there and goes nuts. But the most interesting thing I thought he said, and I never thought I threw out because with Ricardo gone and Liam Lawson coming in and not only performing well but beating Yuki, which Ricardo couldn't do.
Right.
And asked him about that Red Bull seat, and he said, "Well, yeah, it's up for grabs, but the rumor has it that Red Bull is actually talking to Colapinto from
That's crazy
Williams and his camp because he doesn't have a seat next year."
I'd be pissed if I was Williams because they just got a new principal, right? And this guy's supposed to help turn them around. Is it?
Well, they got Carlos Sainz signed there too, right? So.
But, that's right. Yeah.
But that would be a pretty formidable
Science
team.
will leave
Yeah,
soon.
because who they have, Albon is their other.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of Albon if I had Sainz and Colapinto.
But Albon gets you that money. What is it?
He's Filipino?
Yeah.
Right. Filipino-British? I think?
British, yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's some good sponsorship deals from
That's
that.
a good point.
Did you ever get into F1? Then
I mean, I love F1, but I don't really follow it to the level I would like
to
to.
the
well, this is a different level.
Psychopath.
Gager's on a different one.
but
Gager, I think, was
how
the
would you
last
not
weekend
wanna
sent us
go?
the picture of his setup. We're talking about screen setups. How many did Gager have in that one?
He has Verstappen jammies.
Little
What are the top
onesies.
3 stops you want to go to?
Oh
Like
God.
Monaco, right?
Well, yeah, just because the boats and
There's
stuff.
Gager's set up there. 2 screens plus he's got the live stats going on the
legit.
side.
That's legit.
So I think
That's awesome.
They're all really cool, but I think I'd have to go to Europe. I'd like the Red Bull Ring in Austria, obviously Silverstone, and then I'd have to pick,
Monza. But there's so many good ones.
there's so many
I'd
good
wa-
ones.
Yeah.
Like
I'd want to experience Monaco regardless of the race not being the most exciting.
Yeah, no.
It just seems like
it would be the week, right? You go there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
starts on a Monday, and just it just leads up. I mean, even I'd like to see everybody I talk to about, or you're going to try to go to Vegas, and then you talk to the real F1
Yeah.
people.
They're
They
like,
said, don't
no,
go this year, go next year, because they'll hammer out all the kinks and make it perfect
That's
this
this
year.
year.
That's this year, right? So
When we were down in Vegas for our trip last year, we were talking to some of the locals, asking them about F1, and they're like, ugh. They just kind of they're like, it was not good. It was not good business. There were a lot of locations around the strip that basically were blocked out, and the access was so restricted. They're like, no, not good. But so maybe if they fix,
but it was actually good racing. Like they had one of the longest straights, I think, like straightaways. And the racing was actually quite good, where they thought
Once they figured out the manhole covers not popping up.
Once they sealed those down, because I think it was science that hit it and just completely destroyed the floor of the car.
Yeah.
Right. So, no, 5 races left. It starts today at I believe 1:30 is free practice.
Lando is the favorite to win based off Cool Bet, followed by Leclerc and then Verstappen. Overall, though, it's Max is the clear favorite to still hold on and win the drivers, while McLaren is even more bigger favorite to win the constructors. But
I mean, things can change in the constructors. So
Red Bull has to. I don't think Red Bull has to worry about getting to McLaren. I think Red Bull has to worry that Ferrari's going to pass them.
Yeah,
And they're going to finish third.
Last week they had a 1-2 with Ferrari, right? They do that again, and it's they're closer to McLaren. So
Monaco. My last thought on this: Monaco, that race week would be the closest thing to being in a James Bond movie.
Oh yeah, you go to the Casino Royale, you do all that stuff, right? You just. You see the nighttime
if you're going there.
God, no.
Yeah, you need to know somebody.
You
But
get your own mission ticket and just figure it out. Or maybe you do. I don't know.
Maybe just walk on one of those yachts like you
just
own
walk
it.
on.
Yeah.
Tommy will take us to Modern Measured.
Yeah.
We'll get suited up nicely.
Yes.
And we'll just randomly walk on and act like we were supposed to be there.
But you know
and
what?
just start eating the food and be like, yay, and then get in contact.
Yeah, I'm Steve's friend.
You talking to Vinny Desharnais and what'd you do this summer?
Yep.
He goes, I went to the F1
in Montreal.
And it was like he was raving about it. So I wouldn't. I mean, it's right in our backyard. Why wouldn't I go to Montreal and watch one?
He said it was awesome.
Tim Haraney said I could sleep on the floor.
Perfect. See? Exactly. We need to take Tim up on that or just crash his place. Montreal, Vinny was like, the people watching was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everyone coming into it. They shut down Crescent Street. It's just for F1 parties.
That's great.
It's just pretty crazy as it is, right?
Yeah.
So,
See, I wouldn't want to be around for the race because I don't think I'm still skeptical that it would be enjoyable to watch a race because you only see what you see, like that one spot. You don't. I would want to be there for the whole party and what's going on all week.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
finding I'm assuming that's a very exclusive Grey Cup week type thing, but it would be a lot of fun to try to get into and be around and see all the money that is come down to Montreal.
Like
It's
as a
obnoxious.
kid, I would go to the Molson Indy in Vancouver. Right, my buddies they all worked at Molson, so they'd get like pit passes, and I would go and take pictures. You could sit by the cars and stuff. It was really cool. But we were on the we just had walking around passes. So me and my buddy, it was a hairy man, and we had our shirts off. Tarps off, of course.
Naturally.
And we're cruising the straightaway, and we're watching the cars, and they're coming down the straightaway, and zoom, 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 and all of a sudden, I'm like, God, what's that smell? And my friend is like, ow, 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 and all the little marbles, the rubber from the tires would
the pellets.
spit up. Hitting him in his chest, and it was burning him. So it smelled like burnt hair. It was just
on fire.
Oh yeah, he just singed himself. So it was pretty funny.
They had that here, hey?
I went,
And when they had the Molson at the old downtown airport, it was pretty cool.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yes.
Walk around the pit crew there.
I got to cover a couple of those.
Yeah.
It's cool
was
just
in the
being in the
Red Bull
city
tents
too,
there.
and it's like you just hear the
Oh,
cars,
yeah.
even though you're not there,
Yeah.
you just hear the zzz, zzz.
I played in a 3-on-3 hockey tournament, and we were playing we got to the finals. It was me, Dave Cooper, and the Horchitza brothers, and we were dominating. And then we went up against a team, like a professional, like ball hockey team. Like they were little nets, and I just had little pads and gloves playing net. This guy came in full gear, like you could barely see the net, and they were like playing 1-2-2, like they had, and so they beat us at the. Well, we were like, okay, if you win, it's a trip to Vegas. if you lose, you get you get tickets to go to the Red Bull tent at the Edmonton Indy.
Yeah.
And we were like, do we got time to go to Vegas? They go, no, I'm doing this. I go, okay. Well, it was the third. I go, well, let's not really try, because let's just get these tickets and get out of here. So it was great. My claim to fame at that tournament was funny. Jared Stoll was dropping the puck or the ball at that point, and someone got a penalty, and so you get breakaways for penalties. Guy said he scored. I said, no, you didn't. It missed. And so we were in this argument. And then Stoley was ref. He didn't want to know what to do. And he was like, okay, just go again then. And I pulled this boss move.
Yeah.
The guy came down, ripped it, and I just grabbed it with my glove and said, okay, that's good. I'm talking to Stoley, was like, that was the most boss thing I've ever seen. But that, it was right before my first son was born too. My wife was pregnant, and I was like, me and my brother-in-law went, and we drank Red Bull vodkas all day. Oh my God. And it was hot. Like, it was probably like 35 degrees. And we're just like, wow, this is great. And I swear, I came home and my wife was like, what is wrong with you? And I go, I don't know. I had like 10,000 Red Bulls. And I was just crushed. And my heart, I was like, feel my heart. And it was like,
You want to go for a run?
my wife was like, you might have to go to the hospital. And then I just crashed. Like,
Wow.
I think I just laid down on the floor after that. But I wish that came back, man. That was a lot of fun.
It was cool. Super cool. I would like to see you rob that guy and throw the ball back.
It was a boss move, man.
Did he know who you were?
No, I was playing in Germany at the time, and I had my, it was for the Castle Huskies, and so I had this Huskies mask, and one guy was mad at me because, you play for the Huskies? And he thought the Saskatchewan Huskies.
University.
Like I was a big time goaltender. And then one time it was pretty funny because I was putting on the street hockey pads, like I was borrowing some pads from a guy. And he comes over, and I'm putting them on. He goes, "Hey, you need any help putting those on?" and I look at him, and I go, "I think I got it." and then he backs off, and then the other guy, his buddies are, "You dummy! Do you know who that is?" So I was kind of chuckling.
That's awesome.
That was good.
Just laid down. Okay, if you can get those straps.
Not too tight.
I'm usually a terrible ball hockey goalie, but I made some. Like I brought the probably. It was in the parking lot of the old Iron Horse. So,
No.
yeah. So it was. There was a ton of people and stuff. It was a lot of fun, man. That was too many Red Bulls at that one too.
That's cool. That's a container park now,
Yeah.
which is all right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you Dusty going taking shots on you.
Yeah,
You
that's
still need to do that because what was it, 10 shots?
Yeah.
He thinks he can score on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many shots do you think you can score on him?
I don't think I can get any, man. I'm not going to bullshit that. There's
Could you score on him?
Yes. Yes.
How many could you score in 10 shots?
Well, maybe one.
What were those little
one
nets?
or two.
The little net?
No, I'm going to say we're
go
going
on
to
the
go
ice.
full
We're gonna go
ice, full ice.
Nah,
I like
no
my
chance.
chances.
How many do you think?
Gator's got me on that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
probably 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Ask Cass if
Part of me wants
Tommy
me to
would-
get
Just
him
put
going.
those takes on the wall. Like, she can get post-its
Yeah,
and be like,
part of me
you know,
wants
you
to
gotta
get
put
him
that up.
going because he got mad. I said something like that a few months ago, and he would rip on me. So I want to rekindle that, and I do think I could get a couple.
How many
on
did
Gage.
Dusty say he could get on you?
No, probably 9 or something like that.
But it is incredible, like pro goalies compared to like even when junior goalies and university goalies, like how good they are, even as
I would
they
hope
get
so.
older.
I would hope so.
I got roped in. I got to go play in the my daughter's teachers against kids.
Yeah.
At Skona this year.
Is this ice hockey?
Yeah,
Are you in net?
yeah,
You're going in net.
Yeah.
You're coming out of retirement.
yeah. I better go do it. So
How long ago was the last one you had? It was a Hockey Helps the Homeless, I think you said. It was maybe one of the last times.
Yeah, but I played
Like,
out. Oh yeah,
Years ago, it was maybe one of your last times.
yeah. That was 2 years ago, and I was dynamite in that one too. God, I was good in that. Even Ron Lowe was like, Hey, wow. Because I think I'm the only goalie in the past, like, since it's been here to actually get a shutout in one of those games. And I had to, like.
That's pretty impressive.
I did blow out my groin, though. Like,
Well, it sent him into retirement.
it
So he put it all on
ripped.
the line.
Yeah. So we won. We won the tournament.
Well,
But getting the
that's all
call.
that matters, right?
Yeah.
Bringing the lefty in from the pen.
Yeah. And then I said, you know what? That's probably about done.
So it's teachers versus students?
Yeah.
And you're with the teachers?
Yeah.
You're with the teachers?
I'm
So
assuming.
you're going to show the students up.
Well, life's tough, Maddie. There's
They
no free
gotta learn
rides.
somehow.
Yeah, and even when I used to do the Oilers skates, because now they're just time. I can't do it, but once in a while, everyone would bring out their little kid, and he'd come out. And you know what? It's okay. I'm fine, but it kind of bugged me a little bit because everyone let this little kid come down and shoot on you and stuff. And when I started, I let them score, but not anymore. Like these little kids. They come down, shoot, and I boot that thing right in the corner and just get right in the kid's face. And then this little 8-year-old sitting behind the net, he was trying to do the Michigan.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, so I went behind the net and slapped the puck away. I go, not today, kid.
I respect that.
No.
I jumped in at junior high. It was teachers' kids basketball game, and I can play basketball. I'm not that great, but and they had a kid doing like commentating because they were pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was doing okay, and I was like, all right, this is enough of this shit. Enough of this shit. Let's take over. And it was like 5-6 straight buckets, just talking to the kids, and they broadcast. Like he sent me the video after. He's like, I don't know who this guy is, but he's taking over. He's dominating the kids. And I was like celebrating, taunting them the whole time. Like, you can't guard me. Giving them 2 smalls, right? I mean, we're talking like maybe some grade 7 kids. Maybe, right? But they got to learn that.
Yeah.
They're old enough to know that point.
Yeah,
right?
and you know what? They're laughing more than it.
Yeah.
They like it better because they know
love it, man.
you're not trying or whatever. No,
That's true.
I'd shut them down.
I love Michigan just knocking it away.
Smack it away. You
Oh, yeah.
would too.
Oh yeah.
I could see it.
It's I still go by to the K4 Financial YouTube video that you created for them.
Oh, that was pretty good.
It was.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't remember laughing so hard on a commercial I've ever seen before, but you crushed that. You crushed that one.
Yeah,
So.
I play a disgruntled, angry, old professional goalie quite well.
Odd.
Odd that worked
Weird,
out.
weird. CJ texting in Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9999. Guys, I went to Vegas last year. Other than the FP1 incident, it was one of the best run events I've been to.
Right, because they sent everyone home. Yeah, it kind of sucked for people that bought that and couldn't see anything. And
Well, and then people didn't go to Vegas as much, so tickets were cheap. Like the secondary market things plummeted.
Well, yeah.
And I follow this one guy, Arash Marchese. He always goes to Vegas for stuff, and he ended up going to the Outback on the Strip or something like that, where like initially they were charging like expensive tickets, but in the end, no one was there. So he got to sit at a table. All he do is order like an onion bloom, and he had front row seat
Win-win.
to the entire race.
Outback Steakhouse, man, on Gateway. I loved that place. Oh, there was one. There wasn't
I
the.
think there was one West End across the mall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was where the BP's is, right? Was that a Outback?
No, I think
No.
now it's a Jollibee.
Yes.
Oh, it's the Jolly.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There was one north side in the Skyview area.
I love that place, man. So good. I think they're only like down south in the States now, right?
I don't know how much they've closed, like
Or those
they
chains
show
only
in
the
exist in an
States.
airport, maybe.
Yeah.
but I know they're not in Edmonton anymore. It's like Chili's. Chili's actually, there's only 3 locations in Canada in Chili's.
Yeah. now.
Airport.
The 2 airports in Edmonton and Calgary and Banff.
Really?
There's nowhere else.
Huh? You know what Edmonton does need though?
What?
A Waffle House.
I've never been.
Oh, they're glorious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Isn't that like, that's 24/7 or something?
Yeah.
And aren't there like crazy stories about the Waffle House?
There's unreal stories about the Waffle House, but it's great. You go there. I mean, they've got everything. It's one of the last short order cook restaurants. You know, they just yell things out. And
Oh, yeah.
if you're ever in this, you go down south. Why hit a Waffle House? You were just in Atlanta, weren't you?
They're
Very
always
brief.
What's the LA one? Or isn't it Roscoe's or something? Isn't it chicken and waffles?
Yeah. It's only
Hattie
a matter of
Roscoe's.
time, I think.
Hattie B's is one that's expanding out of Nashville. That's
really?
that's a hot chicken place, yeah.
I do like that Nashville hot chicken. It's good stuff.
What's starting to come here a little bit more?
There's a
Whataburger's starting to come across.
Chipotle's here.
Chipotle's now here.
Earl of
Chick-fil-A's
Sandwich.
here. Those sandwiches been here for quite a few years.
Yeah, I like
Get your
it.
Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's.
I
is
love
pretty
Jersey Mike's is
legit.
Have you
Pretty
tried the
legit.
Firehouse subs yet?
Those
Yes.
are
I
great.
heard they're amazing.
Really?
They're fantastic. That's Furby from
I
Popeyes
know.
and his crew,
I
and they're
know.
great.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
They're very good to
they?
go get.
I think there's one close by here.
Yeah, it's just
It's actually so there's one
by
that's
Italian
opened
Cinema
up
Market.
by the Boston Pizza where
Yeah.
you're going to be Sunday
Right.
for pre and post.
Like it's
Come
next
see
door.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's one actually opening up by 1260 where it was.
Oh.
Do you know so where the Costco Business Center is? I
Yeah.
think it's in that area, or is it in the other market with the Rona? One of those areas, there's supposed to be a Firehouse sub going there too.
Well, I'd go to the one by Italian Center.
So there's
for
like
us.
they're actually opening up quite a bit of these
And they're like the
across
Leafs
Edmonton.
official sub partner or something. I saw.
they?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
That's big
It's
time.
like, okay, big time.
Furby crushing it.
Smash Burgers or whatever, that place we went to in Vegas, I think they're starting to come to Canada too. What's that one I was thinking of?
no.
Smash Burger is not as good as Five Guys, and Smash Burger is in the U.S.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
We went to that White Castle in Vegas on the Strip last time we were there, and like it was just lined up and looked. And normally I love White Castle,
Yeah.
but it was like one guy doing the whole thing.
Isn't that at Casino Royale on
think so.
on the Strip?
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't look, and you could see the whole process. I'm like, I don't know, this is gonna take a while. I don't know. Let's go.
Yeah. There are a few other options on the
Yeah, I
Strip.
was like, I don't really need to eat anyway, so
Yeah.
let's just keep going.
Oh, did you find it?
Well, yeah, it's just Smash Burger.
It
or
is
whatever.
Smash Burger.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was Dusty, Eric, and I went there.
It's all right, but like
This is the one. Yeah, I think this
What
is the
did
one.
you guys
thinking.
rave at Shake Shack? That's
I
No,
love
that's
Shake
what I
Shack.
was thinking of.
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
Great.
There's a
Okay.
place. That's the one I was thinking. That's starting to come to Canada.
that
it?
one I love. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter, just when she was living down in LA for the summer there, she said Shake Shack.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
A little pricey. Not gonna lie.
True, but you're full and you're satisfied after Shake Shack, and your taste buds will rejoice.
Is there one coming to
They,
Edmonton?
you know what, Gager? They have like a cherry pepper burger.
Really?
Yeah, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite things is the burger. I love like going out and trying to find the perfect burger in the city. There was, I won't name it. One place just had the best burger, and I was just like, wow. And I went back and I've had it a couple times since, and it's not as good anymore, which is really, really disappointing because that was my go-to. But I have been to, I don't know if you've guys been to Shitty's and
I've heard
course.
good
Here.
things about it.
Of course, yeah.
it's great.
The Flatboy.
The Flatboys,
yeah, they're amazing.
They're unreal, and you get they got good beer on tap. They got the slushy machine too, or whatever. It's
Where is that?
just
It's a Ritchie area.
yeah,
So just off
Oh,
99th
it's
Street.
99th and White
That
Ave.
little brewery
You know that?
kind of area.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all around there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Just
right
before
there.
Totems.
Okay.
On the way to Totem.
Yeah.
You've been there?
No, I've heard about it.
Okay.
I
The
know some
room's
people
aw-
there.
That's like my
It's-
mom's old basement. Like that's where we would all. Like it reminds me of that when you walk in there.
Sweet.
The decor and stuff in there is
Yeah.
awesome.
99th Ave and 100.
Yeah.
99th
Surprised you haven't
Street.
been there. That's a
99th
spot
Street.
you should be hanging
Just
out
off
at,
White Ave.
right?
I'll
Yeah,
go.
99th, yeah, south of White Ave.
10.
10, what would that be? I don't know. What's Acme Meat Market on? What's
100 and
78th Ave.
78th? So that's
Yeah.
So
probably-
99 and 7. No, it's 99, 78.
Oh, it's 99.
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
okay.
I'll tell you the best smash burger I think in the city. I just had one yesterday. Is Odd Company downtown. They got a killer smash burger. Very affordable. Mix it with a little beer. Sit outside on the patio.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Yeah.
I was biking by yesterday. I was like, well, I might as well stop.
Of course. As one
You know,
does.
kids- I got 20 minutes to pick up the kid. I got time, right? Let's
As
go.
one does.
Yeah.
Portions of this hour of the EST Hangout brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Stock. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehighproductmarketing.com. Stay tuned on Monday as the pop-up store I've been curating with Chelsea from the Hive will be showing up on our website at edmontonsportstalk.com. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show later tonight, 6 o'clock, Hernan and Trev. We will have the Green and Gold kickoff show with myself and Jay Mill on the YouTube channel of Edmonton Sports Talk at 6:30. We got you full coverage of Oilers and Elks today as the Elks, they close out the 2024 season. The Edmonton Oilers, it's Hall of Fame night. Craig MacTavish, Dr. Randy Gregg going into the Hall of Fame. After the game is the ceremony today, but it's also Crosby versus McDavid. And does that still get everyone excited?
Post-game ceremony, hey?
Post-game.
Post-game.
Reason for that again was, do you remember?
Doug Waite went too long with his speech last year.
Yeah, that 3-minute speech he did.
Yeah, apparently they ran long last year, and the NHL wasn't happy, so they're like, "You guys got to change it up."
The process was a little long. I don't think
maybe
well, Huddy spoke. His was quick, but I think getting all us out there and sitting on the bench, and then getting everyone seated because they had that little, like the families and stuff like that. So that's probably what took so long. I mean, even Dougie looked at the bench and said, "Sorry, guys, I know you guys hate this or whatever." And I was gonna. What is the funny thing he said too?
He was great.
Because I don't think Connor played that game, right? He was injured then.
Banged up.
Because we were in the lead up to the Heritage Classic.
Yeah. So Doug Waite said, "Yeah, my dad was going to come, but then he found out Connor wasn't playing, so he said no."
That's awesome.
So Craig MacTavish, Dr. Randy Gregg will go in. I wonder how quickly it's going to be for them to get the ceremony going. Because I'd assume you want the players out there for it. Or are they not going to be out there for it?
They might leave it up to them.
Because, you got to have time for them to change, do media. Well, because you also have the media ready to go.
You have to be open 5 minutes after the game. That's the league mandate.
But then the media's got to be there for the ceremony, I would think, for the Oilers.
Yeah.
So is there going to be a break? And then they got to set some things up.
we
So is
have
it
to
like
set up
sit in your
things.
seats for 15 minutes, we'll get going or something like that? I'll be intrigued to see how quickly.
You know, if they're smart, they keep beer sales open in the third.
They would
I was
have
gonna
to.
say that.
Yeah. Right?
I don't think they're allowed
What?
But like club area and stuff, you could drink.
out after
Well
a certain
after.
time.
Because some places you could have drinks after the game.
Yeah, but
But that's like the higher area.
I don't
It's
think
not like
you're-
an AGLC rule. It's just like their rule, right?
Maybe
That-
it's concessions. Maybe the bars. Yeah, there might be some leeway there because when I was
Staffing?
working at Commonwealth, right?
Yeah.
We had to shut liquor sales off at a certain time. Because,
Right. End of the third quarter.
Yeah, because what is it? Liquor board. Alberta
Is that
Liquor
what their
Board.
licensing
They're
is for?
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
they say. That's why that's all in there. They can only serve to us. It was like 9:30 was the latest that they were allowed to serve. I think it might be different everywhere, but man, there were some mad.
Well, they got to find a way to keep people, being able to have some drinks or something. If
Those
you're
guys
asking
gonna
them to
talk for a
stick
bit
around.
too, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, MacT's funny as hell.
yeah.
His speech is going to be amazing.
Yeah, hopefully they win, and then people stick around.
Yeah. Because that was the thing when they did the Kevin Lowe one, it was too early and not enough people had arrived, right? Then last year they said they went too long. The league wasn't too happy with them. Now they're trying this post game. That could be dicey. Yeah. Like if you don't have booze sales still happening because people want to rip it up on a Friday, especially if they're feeling good if the Oilers win tonight. And then you want to stick around for the ceremony and maybe have a social sparkler while you listen to MacT wax poetic.
Maybe just get everyone hopped up on 20 milligrams. They'll stay in their seats.
They won't be able to move.
They'll be there till the next day. What other events are coming? Because they'll be there for that one too.
Okay, 10 for overtime, 40 milligrams for the speeches.
Oh wow.
You turn them into 19,000 zombies.
That would be hilarious.
Considering the Oilers like to find ways to make more money, I'm surprised they don't have the Hall of Fame on its own night, and it's not an event that you buy tickets for, and they sell 5,000 tickets to some place, and they do it the day before or something. And Hockey Hall of Fame has their ceremony on its own night, and then they do get a quick honor at a Leafs game.
What they should do,
I'm surprised the Oilers don't do that to make extra
good
cash.
point.
what they should do is just that big tent that they have next door, have it there after the
Yeah.
game, right?
Seats
After
1,000.
the game, people go over. You can sell booze in there.
Yeah.
Have the speeches.
Cheap
all
ticket
those,
to get into there.
and just have everyone in there and do it.
Do a little charity component.
Yeah.
There you go. It's just sitting there.
It is. They own it.
It's an awesome
It is
they-
actually
That's
really
cool.
good.
The tent's
really
cool.
cool.
They should keep it up the whole time. I
They
think
did a great job with
Yeah.
that.
They should have an
Oktoberfest.
age limit though. I think like 30. Oh, you have to be over 30.
Why? Because
Be over 30.
They're
The younger
the
crowd,
young
too
crowd's
rowdy?
too stupid.
I know Tommy doesn't like that, but
yeah, what the hell, man? You're cutting into half. That's where I go fishing.
I know.
Well, I used to
Sorry.
let bouncers be bouncers. Right?
Sorry. Well, we'll
just
throw a Chuck E. Cheese next door and Tommy be okay.
Oh, stop it. Oh, my God. Oh, you were terrible. That is a bad joke.
Yeah, that.
Charles Edward Cheese.
There's a great John Oliver on Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, my God.
That was strictly online only for some reason. I forgot why he had to put it online because he did one for TV. But
Oh,
then
really?
he wasn't like he had to do something. He had for some reason had to post
Don't
one
go.
online for
Don't
something.
go, boys. Don't
It
go.
was
Pizza's no good there, too.
It's not bad if
You
you're
know what?
hungover.
And maybe the food quality was at a certain standard at one point at Chuck E. Cheese, but
the games are still fun.
Yeah,
My
the
fam, we'll
games are
take my
okay.
nieces there and stuff, and my brother and I, we're always just shooting the basketball.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's where we are. Like, and we're just rotating and trying to. I never
can't
beat my
mess that
brother.
up, right?
No,
Yeah.
as long as one time it wasn't working. So
I
I was
hope
like,
they're not
oh,
sponsored.
well, this isn't fun.
When my kids were younger and there were birthday parties there, I hated it. Right? It was just, it felt like a petri dish in there. And
Oh yeah.
and so pizza came, and I was a little banged up, so the pizza was actually okay. But then I'm sitting there, and then I see a dad, like he was like had a glow around him, and he had two pitchers of beer, and it was just like, oh, and he looked at me. And I must have had some weird look on my face, like he knew that I was going.
Just drool coming down the.
Just
You
gave
can
a nod
get
from
beer here,
across.
and he kind of just looked.
They do
and,
pitchers, which is
Yes.
a nice move. Right?
and he threw me a little wink, and I was like, oh. And then I came back, oh yeah, awesome.
No, they figured out how to keep the adults happy.
Oh my god, it was the best.
They know
thing
the
ever.
adults there are miserable.
I had all the tickets around my neck after I was playing the games. I got a couple yo-yos and some gummy bears.
It's all digital tickets now.
Is it not? Well,
Yeah.
hey,
No, I know, but
older.
there was something about getting the tickets and having the tickets
Yeah.
printed out that was great.
No,
I love
and now
that.
it's all like you win 20 tokens. You're
And
like,
then you go
oh,
redeem it for some,
cool.
some garbage.
Yeah.
there's
It goes
nothing.
on a wristband.
Yeah. Oh man,
Those were
We
the
should get one of
days.
those
Those
basketball
days.
games in here.
That would
you
be
guys
good.
need one of those. That you could buy a bunch.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
not
I've
like
done some
the
research on that.
not like the Toys R Us version, like the legit
No,
in
you
arcade
mean like you get the
version.
2-banger or the 4-banger
Yeah.
one, right? Yeah, you can, and you rebrand it and everything.
Uke was saying, he
Brilliant.
goes, you guys are going to need a bigger space.
I like you.
Yeah.
He said his
Good to see
backscape worked really well. We got him a backscape.
But
that's
he's
good.
off to Jamaica. Today he's off to Jamaica.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be fast in the pool.
So
Yeah, he
he's,
will.
he's
Thanks for passing that on to him.
yeah, well, he came in on Tuesday. It was great
Yeah.
because we got a nice little uke time.
I love
I don't
you.
get enough uke time.
He's awesome.
And then he took me in his Prius. That's a hybrid.
How was it?
It was amazing. That
Really?
thing gets up to speed like
Yeah, with the
snap of the
battery,
finger. Just
yeah.
on this road, he got up to 70 with a snap of the
Yeah.
finger, and you don't hear it.
Yeah.
Like actually,
yeah.
they put sound into his car. Like I'm assuming this is for most cars. They put sound in for a certain level, just so
so
people,
you know.
so pedestrians know that there's a car.
Yeah. Is that scary? Though? You don't hear those
Yes.
at all, right?
No.
So it was like I think because we started listening until the sound went off. It's about 37 kilometers. That's when the sound kind of went off.
Wow.
So pedestrians know that there's a car driving around or something like that. It was fascinating. And then his could go to like how it could go to the gas and it could switch off, like go
yeah,
around.
yeah.
You could watch. Oh, it's
Well, did you guys?
They're
I don't
so
know,
cool.
Maybe I'm dating myself before. Like I had racetracks as a kid with electric cars. So the
Yeah,
little
the
gun.
zzz.
Yeah, so
And you
that
would lick the cars.
You hit it, and it just zzz, like that's essentially electric cars. Like
Yeah.
you can access the power immediately.
I drove from Phoenix to Vegas and back with I had a Chevy Malibu hybrid. $15 of gas because I had to fill it up when I brought it back. $15.
I think I got a. That's my next car is a hybrid.
he goes like 4,000 kilometers between fills
Jesus.
because he's plugging it. And when he goes home, he was saying he just plugs into the regular outlet. He doesn't even have the higher end outlets.
Really?
Yeah.
Plugs in there, charges at work. He charges,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the way, man.
fills up, and then he needs the gas when he needs the gas.
Yeah.
And
I don't think you can. Well, I don't know. People that have Teslas maybe can chime in, but I think just in our climate.
I know my cousin has a Tesla, and even Uke says like he could already start seeing you don't get full battery power. That naturally
Yeah.
comes down.
Yeah.
But if you stay on top of it, you're fine. It's the same as if you put like you get less mileage out of gas in your car.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
You do fill up more
Yeah.
throughout the winter.
Yeah.
Same
go
with the
into
electric
all-wheel
car,
drive,
but you
yeah.
have to just be a little more careful and cautious of it. Of like, okay, well, like, yeah, you might only get 55% of your battery,
All right. Yeah.
but if you're charging every day and every night, you're good to go. So no, it was great, and so now he had a backscape, I guess, probably because he'll be shirtless for a week or something in Jamaica.
He texted me. He's like, "This thing is great." I'm like, "Good."
He's doing the show from down there too.
Yes,
Isn't he?
yes, it's
nice.
a work thing. Now they do all these things. We're no longer there. No, Virgin Radio did. They were on a cruise ship a couple months ago, and now the rock station's going to go on a Jamaica trip. and they're just broadcasting from there, and it's a whole bunch of people. So he's off there
That's great.
this week, and
Well, you guys did Vegas.
we did Vegas. We did Vegas. We'll have to try something else some other day. Maybe. You see any clips of the Intuit Dome?
I did. I saw a bunch of them. It looks amazing. Like the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I love the T-shirt toss thing. Do you see that?
How they did it with the
Norm
players?
Powell's like they're like shooting it. I'm like they could do it at the Oilers game and get Jespo back in there virtually doing T-shirt toss. I love the wall thing. He's got 300 seats, standing room only, $30 tickets, but you got to know the chants and you got to do a quiz to get those.
Oh,
Like,
there's a
that's-
quiz to
there's a
get them.
Yeah,
That's
so you
how it
gotta
works.
show you're a real fan.
Wow.
I guess there's one bathroom for every like 15 seats.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Every seat like has, well, I don't know about in that section, but most of the others, they have like a plug-in for your phone.
Yeah.
And everything. Like it's
That's cool. That's
it's
a great
dialed
touch.
in.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Ballmer's got, he's nuts. He's dancing around there. He's going crazy. The only thing I saw was like for the first game when they played the Suns, there's only 13,000 there. or
What?
something.
It didn't sell out?
And that's why I was like reading this. I was like, come
Oh, I
on,
gotta
there's
put
no
this up.
way. I know it seems like 18. I'm like, you
Yeah.
can't tell me there's only 13,000.
I want to see if I can find it.
I watched some of that game. It looked
kinda
cool,
cool.
yeah, and like the wall was a really neat concept. That's
Yeah.
so steep and like on that one end. The ring is like you said was fantastic.
Yeah.
The exterior, like the technology
I
that's
think
in
got a
there.
court outside for people to shoot around
Yeah.
before games. Yeah, I mean, he's got it dialed in. That's what you do. Like when you got that money, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to build my own place. That's all.
great.
You're going to do it all the way. I mean, figuring out the bathroom things, like that should be obvious, right? But I'm sure it's more complicated, like to put that many in.
Well,
and
they had to
do it,
rough
but-
in a bunch of toilets and urinals at Rogers Place after the first year
Yeah.
or two.
It's still terrible.
Yeah. Well,
It's
so now speaking of that here, where the lines are tough and there's a pinch
Yeah.
point, especially upstairs. I remember, and I was saying this before, but like apparently everything's run through an app, and Maddie was showing us the app the other day at Intuit Dome. At Rogers, early, like I remember when they were going through the building process and they were talking about having it integrated so you could see the wait times at each bathroom in the arena. And obviously that didn't come to fruition, but they were talking about doing that type of thing. And it's nice to see it's actually happening somewhere. Unfortunately, not here.
Yeah, it's pretty legit. I mean, it's worth a trip. Like whether there's a game or you can do a tour of it or something if you're down
Or
in
a
LA.
basketball game too, like on our flyaway to LA,
Yeah. Got to check it out.
or a football game.
I only think I heard parking was like $70 or
Yes.
something, but I don't know if that's like right there parking. Like that can't be true.
No, it's around because I was looking at just what it is in the various lots.
Why would
There's
you do
not a
that?
lot
Like, why
there.
would you do all these things and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna.
Because pricing
Rip
and
you
just
off on
everything now is just slowly everything's creeping higher and higher and higher. And
Yeah.
going to a sporting event isn't going to be as affordable as it used to be. Like when we were growing up, it was easy to go to games. You know, it was easier for parents to take us to games and stuff like that. It's now still, relatively not as inexpensive as it once was, but there's ways to get like Oil Kings and all that, but it's just becoming more expensive that it's, if you have the money, you got to go watch sports. Otherwise you're stuck at home.
Yeah, I
watching.
guess it's true, right? I mean, but yeah,
Like,
the food and
somebody
beverage
post-
model's been proven that like you can do a discounted value menu,
100%.
on that, and you can raise. I mean, even I know the Stingers, when we went down $5 for beer and food, I think Expo Toes where they're up like 18 or 20% in overall F&B sales, right? So I mean, there's ways to do it. Everyone's done that, right?
Somebody commented on the post of $70 parking. He's like, I parked at Lambeau on somebody's lawn for $20. Like,
yeah.
like it can be
used to be
done
like
for
here.
cheaper.
It
It
used
can
to
be
be like
done
by
cheaper.
Commonwealth, right?
I know, and
Yeah.
I that's probably one of the worst things that they ever did was put in a law that you can't park on people's lawns.
Did they?
You can't park in the
They don't let-
residential.
Now you don't
area.
do that. I try to just go like I'll go further and then I'll just hop on a scooter there.
That's smart.
That's kind of smart.
But like,
But then the
those-
scooter rips you off
for that.
like then it's like $12
For that person that owns a house, there was an extra little couple bucks
Well,
they could make.
I remember back in the day around Rexall and stuff, everyone come park in my house.
Yeah.
You know, there was people that had like relationships with season ticket holders that would come and park in their garage or whatever, especially in the winter and stuff.
My dad had a good spot that usually wasn't full. Just a street
What
that we'd
was
have
it?
to walk. Well, I can't remember which. It was off of.
122nd Ave.
It was off 66th Street. It was just off 66th Street. There was this lot. You could tell when it was going to be a busier night because parking when we get there would be a little closer to 66. But all you'd have to do is walk from there to the rink. It was very quick and easy.
I had my vehicle broken into.
Oh yeah.
Parking by Russ Barnes Arena, aka Santa Rosa, when I was working for the Score, and then I was like, "Hey,
What a great
can I get a
arena.
parking pass?" And they gave me one at Mount Lawn, which was you had to go underneath the
LRT.
LRT,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll take it." And
I used to park there for the longest time, and then one year I got like more normal parking with
Lot
everyone
E.
else.
That was a good
But
one.
then for 1 year, for some reason, I got Lot A.
Oh,
I
nice.
have no idea
big
how I got
time.
Lot A. And
Yeah,
Lot
that's
A
big
is like
time.
where like the players
Yeah.
and the media park, and I
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
the
I got
big
Lot
media
A.
parked, and it was gated and stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is.
Where, did the players park down? Was it on the ramp? Down
On the
there?
ramp, yeah.
When guys
Yeah.
can go like heat up their car and then,
Not yeah. Well, my
good sign
first
feature.
time around, we were just in the parking lot. Like we just had parking passes.
Oh.
right out front there, because we just and then they had the other lot like by the road.
That's Lot A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they closed that off. I wasn't there for parking on the ramp.
Yeah,
That's pretty
they had the ramp,
Yeah.
and I remember we had
you're
Lot
still
A.
outside though, right? You still got
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Luke Richardson had a unique car starter even back then. Like if it got to a certain temperature, the car would kick back on or something like that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Fancy.
Really fancy.
I remember when it would get so cold, they would have to back the team bus into the rink, and I was
Oh yeah.
ooh, and it would just that whole backstage area would freeze, and you're like, oh my god.
I swear that's one of the reasons that rink the ice was so good is because that back door was open half the time.
Yeah.
It was like an outdoor rink. Like it was just perfect conditions.
It would just freeze everything, and you're like, wow, it's cold back here.
I remember that my first year pro, we down in the like playing in Sydney, the ice was just horrible, just terrible. Most of those rinks were, and a bunch of us got called up, and we just we were on the ice before everyone else, and I don't know who, I think it was Kurt Brackenberry was skating us or whatever, and someone else, one of the coaches, and we're just doing drills, and no one could make a pass, and so the coaches are getting really mad, and they just bag skated us because no one could make a pass. So we skated for like 30 minutes. Then we realized the reason why no one could make a pass is the ice was so good.
Wow.
And we had to lead guys so much passing that everyone was overshooting it. Like Ralph Ingenuva, one of the fastest guys on the planet, couldn't get the pass or catch up to it because we were so used to leading guys because we had to
Playing on
basically, fire it through a Slurpee.
It is nice though when you get on like NHL ice
yeah.
and it's like glass.
It's just,
And
yeah.
you're like, oh my god, this is heaven. And you see like you stop and it's just like,
That first little cut and it just echoes throughout the whole
Yeah.
rink. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
yeah, it is a nice feeling.
I'm waiting to hear Big Slam Nasty says, have you seen the prices for Dodger Stadium tonight to park there? And I haven't, so I'm trying to see if you
Chavez
can get in
Ravine,
the price.
what a
It's a
venue.
spot, yeah.
It's going to be a great spot when the Yankees are winning baseball games. Hitting some home runs.
Crushing
Juan
dingers.
Soto and Stanton.
Who's favored to win? The Yankees favored?
Dodgers.
I think
are the
Dodgers
favorites.
slightly, right?
Yeah. It's a very even series. The Dodgers are the home team throughout the series. Like they have home field advantage. As per Cool Bet, let me quickly pull it up for you here, Gager. Series is what I want. That's not what
What are
I
the
want.
odds? Are they any good, or is it kind of just a pick 'em?
Well, today's game. Let me pull up today's game. Yankees are plus 106. Dodgers are minus 125. So Dodgers slight favorites there. Winner. Here we go. Dodgers minus 127. Yankees plus 108 when it comes to series winner. So pretty close. From what I gather, Yankees have better starting. Dodgers might have better bullpen. Dodgers have slightly better hitting. And then
Yankees
they have
bullpen could be good, but then they kind of got roughed
can
up a
be.
little bit in Cleveland.
No. So it's we'll see. Garrett Cole goes to the mound today for the Yankees. He'll need a good outing because he'll hopefully be able to pitch 2 to 3 times this series if necessary.
Jesus.
So he'll get minimum 2. It depends on how Aaron Boone handles it. I don't think he'll have a chance at 7 or 3. But you need 2 wins from him, and then you need to find 2 more wins from somewhere else. But the hitting is going to be fascinating this series.
Yeah.
And what is Shohei Ohtani? First year he leaves the Angels, he goes to the Dodgers, and he's right there in the World Series, and he's on the grand stage.
Yeah,
And I wonder how much is Mike
gets
Trout?
on base.
He gets
That's
on
all he's
base,
doing.
but then is Mike Trout sitting there going like, "Huh?
What am I doing?
How the hell do I get there?"
Well, He asks for a trade and doesn't sign a massive deal.
I know, but like he's too loyal or something. But it's like, dude, you're not going to win with the Angels. I just saw there was an anniversary on PTI. They honored something about Albert Pujols. I think he won. It was the Cards won the World Series and he was MVP or something this week is an anniversary. And then that offseason he went to the Angels. And I was thinking, I forgot about like.
Oh, no way.
He went to the Angels and like his career, he went away.
Yeah.
Totally.
Because the Angels kill careers right now. They killed, he didn't do anything with the Angels basically. Trout hasn't gone anywhere. I think he's had 3 career playoff baseball games. And Soto had to go to cross town to the Dodgers to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So Trout, get healthy, and then move somewhere else so we can watch you in a big series during the playoffs. That's all I want.
It is like the desert wasteland of MLB. The Angels.
The Angels?
It's like the Coyotes were in hockey.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, they're still
Is it the
there.
Anaheim Angels or California Angels? I don't even know.
It's the Los
Los
Angeles
Angeles
Angels
Angels.
of
Yeah,
Anaheim.
Oh,
they
it's
tried
Los
to
Angeles.
kind of like bring it into the
They used to be the
metro area.
California Angels, then they went to the
Yeah.
Anaheim Angels, then
Yeah.
they went to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and then at some point they
That old
dropped out of
California
Anaheim.
Angels logo though was just
Oh.
amazing. Just amazing.
And that was
CA.
Trapper's time.
Yeah.
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 That was Trapper's time. That's big. The ballpark's okay. Like it's.
It is. I liked it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It was a good spot to kind of hang out for a bit.
It was nice.
Big Slam Nasty says, from what I see, general parking is $130. Specific lot parking closer is around $250.
A couple years ago, we went
$250.
to Disneyland. We took the kids, and they all went to bed. My wife was upstairs in the hotel. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna go have her a drink, and then the Angels were playing, and I took an Uber over from Anaheim, and then got in there. It was like 7th inning, and I'm like, I get a ticket. Like, no, you can't buy a ticket anymore. I'm like, hey, I'm from Edmonton, Canada. You let me in. Like, I'm going Trapper stuff. And they had to tell us whole story, and they just let me in, just go cruise around. They went to extra innings, and it was cool, man.
You got a full game out of it.
Yeah, exactly. You get to see that. I love just walking around ballpark. Like I don't want to see it.
It's
I
neat.
don't need to see it. I'll just go cruise around. I'll go try to sit in an area. I might get kicked out for a bit, but you find spots. There's always these little like bars that are attached to them in American stadiums, right? So that's all you got to do. You just get me in, I'll figure out the rest. Right? That's it.
Exactly.
Norm also saying, can't wait till the Dodgers win and Matty blames the Astros. I don't have anything. I have nothing to blame for the Astros in this one. Yeah, you guys all think the Yankees aren't going to win.
Not there this year.
All wait, think the Yankees aren't going to win. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens through this best of 7. What?
Who's saying? I don't think anyone's really like.
I just
Will came to me today and says, sorry.
I think a lot of people go
Everyone's
on the
cheering,
Yankees one, but
everyone's
nobody's
cheering
doubting
against
them.
me. Everyone's cheering against me. No, they're
Matty versus everyone.
the Dodgers are the favorite. And rightfully so. They've been there how many times? Or they've been there. Now they haven't won much. But we'll see. The Yankees, they just, the second, highest payroll in their own city. This low budget team, they're scrappy. They've gotten there. It's only right that the story finishes off with the World Series title against the big bad Dodgers, who go spend $700 million on Shohei Ohtani. It's only right that the Yankees save baseball.
Well, they're only paying
Everything
how
you
much
just
this
said
year,
is
though, right?
ridiculous.
Like they're not paying him until he
Until later, but still.
until he retires. And
They gave him the $700 million deal. And like, Yankees can't even afford Juan Soto. He's going to leave them after this year because they're just this small market team that can't afford to keep people.
Scrappy. Yeah.
scrappy.
Scrappy. They always just find a way.
This is the EST Hangout, or Reed Clarke from Sport Edmonton, Joaquin Gage, Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with you here. Live on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, YouTube, as well as wherever you get your podcasts. A reminder, coming up later today, we do got the Lock Shop. Myself and Jake Bolamoss will be on today. We'll look at the NFL best bets across that. We'll talk a little bit World Series in there. We've got Oil Stream today. We've got EST Afternoons. We got Reed Wilkins Show. We got the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows today. We've got the Green and Gold kickoff and postgame shows today. So we've got a lot going on. But right now it's time for the keyword for the EST Flyaway to Los Angeles, presented by the 780 homegrown local shop right here in Edmonton. 780 is both the shop name and their in-house clothing brand that celebrates all things unique to Edmonton. Work with close to 100 local vendors from 7 and 0 to help promote and get their brands off the ground. Check them out online, 780.com. That's the word 7, number 80.com. Or at any of their 5 locations: Southgate, Londonderry, Kingsway, St. Albert, or the Outlet Mall by the airport. Get your phone out. 780-218-9999 is where you're going to want to text this word to. And the keyword for today, it is puck. Puck with a P. P-U-C-K. Puck. 780-218-9999. This trip, we want to send you to see the Clippers Warriors at Intuit Dome. Rams Cards at SoFi Stadium, then Edmonton taking on either Anaheim or LA. Flight, hotel, car, all given to you by us here at Edmonton Sports Talk. And the 780, get those keywords in right now to, as I said, 780-218-9999. Trev will give someone a call in the next few minutes. I will speak with them on the air. And then 2 more chances to qualify later today, and then 1 more tomorrow on Hello Hockey as we inch closer to the final day of qualifying, which is November 28th, which is still over a month. So lots of time to get in, but also not a lot of time to get in because time's going to be ticking. So text PUCK, P-U-C-K to 780-218-9999. Gage will be back right away. People are texting.
That's a hell of a trip.
That should be a good one.
Yeah.
Clippers Warriors?
A great matchup.
Would you rather go Kings or would you rather go Ducks?
I would rather go to Crypto Arena
Yeah.
as opposed to Honda
They made some
Center.
renos on it. They probably did some renos at Crypto.
And Honda
why-
Center too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A Honda Center, I was in there, it was long, but it looked like it was straight from 1992.
It was.
Everything was kind of fake granite, everywhere. I don't know.
Oh, I have the story on that. Tell them the crypto.com side of things, and then I'll tell the Honda Center
No,
story.
I have nothing. No, I was going to say is if you plan this, depending on where the Rams cards play,
Yeah.
because that game, it's either going to be Saturday or Sunday, and depending on that plays,
Yeah.
It's a
then
flex game.
Yeah.
Edmonton plays LA on Saturday, they play Anaheim on the Sunday. If things work out, whoever wins this trip could actually also go see Sacramento Kings, LA Lakers at Crypto.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you do. Oh.
If they want to go buy those tickets, because Oilers Kings is at 1:00 Pacific on the Saturday. Oilers Ducks is 1:00 on the Sunday. But if that NFL game's on the Sunday, you could do Oilers Kings at 1, Lakers Kings, which is also going to be a good matchup because the Kings are a good basketball team. That's at 7:30. So you could do you could even add on to this trip.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They're pumping money into crypto.com, but they renovated Honda Center. You're right, Reed. It was D2, the Mighty Ducks movie.
Yeah.
That's when they officially opened the Arrowhead Pond.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And they just finished doing renos to it. They put in all new seats, new scoreboard, they renovated the locker rooms and stuff like that. So it got its refresh because it did look like it was out of 1993.
It was like old Rexall kind of.
Yeah. It had the
when they
orange
renovated
seats.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of purple and
Yeah.
Still that spray foam on the ceiling.
Oh, Rex.
That's
I
great.
remember that. I always used to wonder what that was. Insulation. That's what it was. But so they actually built it under budget and they had 25 million left over. So they went and just put marble everywhere.
Oh, okay, that's
It is
right.
very nice. It is very well maintained. It's clean in there. I actually quite enjoy the Honda Center. I think it's a fantastic venue.
You don't hear that a lot. Something came in under budget
Yeah.
and they have extra money to spend.
Yeah.
That's a first.
I like how
That's
they
a
just
first
spend
for-
it.
They did, yeah. Well-
why not keep it?
I got.
It's like the Michael Scott in The Office, where it's, if you give back, you get a portion of this.
Yeah.
I got in trouble.
I get it.
My first time going to Little Caesars Arena, I got in trouble because I put up pictures of it on Twitter and Instagram, and someone on Instagram asked me is it nicer than Rogers Place? And I was like, yeah.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
didn't value engineer.
It's legit.
It has terrazzo flooring. They went $200 million over budget. And they spared no expense.
Yeah.
They have a friggin' Corvette on the side of the wall, on one of the walls. It is beautiful.
All the
So
bars you walk in, you start, it's like Kid Rock's bar,
Yeah.
and then you go past a certain point, they check your ticket, and
Yep.
it's still a bar, and then you go into the concourse.
exactly.
Really?
It is
And
fantastic.
there's 6 or 8 of them. They're
Yep.
awesome.
Crypto?
No, this is Little Caesars
Detroit.
in Detroit.
Oh, Detroit.
So
The new one?
Reed said,
Oh,
The new one is legit.
these bars and restaurants stay open and they're part of the arena.
Yeah.
And like he said, you show a ticket to go into the concourse of the arena to go to your seat at the game. And I wrote, yes, it's nicer. And I got into a bunch of trouble. It went right to the tippy top too. How dare he?
Well, it is.
Well, they didn't value engineer. We got
They spent
polished
more, though,
concrete.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they spent
But
more.
it
They
doesn't
had
mean
terrazzo.
it doesn't mean Rogers is trash.
No, it's
I love how when
fantastic.
you see those comments and you just say something is a little nicer than something else, it's immediately well, why you think these other things complete trash? That's not what
Exactly.
I meant. I'm just saying this one thing might be a little nicer.
Exactly. And I guess so I wouldn't have gotten in trouble. I should have wrote they went 200 million over budget. Maybe I wouldn't gotten into crap. But Rogers Place is one of the probably top 3 or 4 arenas in the NHL. Little Caesars is number 1 or number 2. It's that
Maybe
nice.
Darryl
It's gonna
should
get-
have put
and
a few of his own bucks, more of his own bucks into there. Because I mean, you look up when you walk in Fort Hall, you look up, and there's like water damage all over the ceiling.
That is
Is
true.
there?
Yeah.
I should go look.
Yeah.
It looks like they're gonna need a reno soon.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, I still remember like the day before the first ever game there, painters and drywallers. We gotta get this going. Come on.
Yeah.
Get that tape up, mud it, sand it, let's go.
Get ready.
I mean, it's nice. It
is
looks
nice.
good. I mean, it does when they have the drones flying over and looking. I like the look of it.
It's a great arena. It's very functional. It's been a boon for the city. It is going to need some fixing.
Yeah.
though.
Well,
Like
it's-
anything.
Like anything.
Yeah, I get
It's
it.
busy.
It's
busy.
still a little sterile to me. I think it needs a few more things on the concourse. I don't
Like
know.
on the
I don't know
walls
what
and
that
stuff?
means.
That's fair.
It just needs something else, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I'd
could have
agree
done
with
like I know you put the faces of the new players up there, and you're like, oh, that's someone new, but it was someone there last year, you know. And you need kind of that. It's like moving into a new house. Like it probably takes like 6 months for it. Kind of feels like your own place,
Yeah.
you know. Get some stuff up there that's permanent, and you know,
Or
make it.
years. I think you were like when I was like, hey, we're gonna renovate this. We're gonna
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
this. Like 8 years later, you're like, oh yeah.
There's that hallway if you have the club. Is it club seating? I think it's club seating.
Yeah, we
There's
go from one to the other.
and there's literally nothing on those walls. Why not
Yeah,
have
just
like
carpet. Yeah.
images of all the events and concerts and stuff that have been through and make it cool. I know it's a long corridor, but you're walking through there, you're like, this is yawn.
Well, it's like stuff at the Gretzky bar. Like I love just looking at all. Like
That's-
you see the jersey and the
yeah.
old photos and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
like,
cool.
99,
really
yeah,
cool.
was it Studio 99?
Studio 99,
Yeah, that's great.
beautiful, yeah.
That's great.
Sneaky
More of that.
washroom in there too. Not usually a line. Right? Little
Yes.
sneaky washroom. Go up
Touche.
there. Don't need a ticket.
I gotta say
Don't tell too many people, but
the
it's a sweet spot.
the what is it? The suites, the theater suites,
Yep.
the section where the Sportsnet panel is. It's great up there.
Yes.
Like they put out such a great spread. Like they had a mountain of sashimi tuna the other day when I was.
Are you allowed in on it?
I think I could probably sneak some, but I'm just like, I better not. Whatever.
Well, I just don't know. Like, is that part of like being on a Sportsnet
I
gig
don't.
that they're like?
If
you
I go
get
there
some
with
food?
Taran Sandwith, I'll pack a few and go in there. Or if another guy, Sergey, if he's next door, I'll go, Sergey, can you go grab me a few things?
They don't just let like Gino do whatever he wants, and you guys on the panel do whatever you
No,
guys
well,
want.
I mean, Gino
like Stoff
is-
doesn't walk by and just grab something as he's walking by.
No, he doesn't. Just straight to the bathroom. Powder's nose.
Well, he's eating pizza upstairs anyway.
And
It's all good.
then, it's
The
usually
thin sliced pizzas
I'll get a
that
water.
they cut into thirds.
I'll get a water or a coffee, and then the crew always goes and gets dessert because then they bring out dessert and we'll have a couple cookies.
All you got to do, Gager, is get to know all the staff there on a first name basis.
Yeah.
And then they take care of you.
Yeah, they probably.
That's the best. And-
Tom knows everyone by first
But-
name in that ring.
And they got name tags.
Legitimately.
Too, so it,
Right,
helps.
that's
Well,
yeah.
Yes, I do, but I genuinely like them and they're very helpful and they're actually just nice
But there's
people.
food up in the press box now, isn't there?
Nah.
Well, I went to my first game and they cut back
Yes.
from like so. There's only popcorn and like I know people are like just stop complaining.
You don't need anything.
I get
know.
it.
You're right.
But
You're right.
it's here's my complaints. It's
media
popcorn.
leads here.
It's pop. It's water. It's coffee. It's tea. After the first, you get pizza, but they take a slice and they cut it into threes.
Oh,
So
nice.
you only get a portion of a slice.
Yeah. That's tough.
And that's about it. They used to have candy last year.
It's gone.
Little candies.
They had
Yeah, the
chips.
candies
That's
are
gone.
no one's crushing beers though. Hey, no one done.
No.
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 Yeah, it's
Not
like
allowed
that's not
beers
a
up
thing.
That's
We
a
used-
no.
We used to have ice cream at Rexall. There's no ice cream here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. But then the playoffs comes and they start bringing out more because more media is coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then the playoffs or the Stanley Cup comes and there's Nacho Bar and there's this and there's that. There's everything. So the rest of the media comes and they got to make it look a lot
Fondue
bigger.
fountain.
We
But,
had nachos last year. They're gone.
Was it
too.
all year?
All year. It was
all year?
awesome. And then the guy that's in charge of NHL.com saw me dip my slice of pizza into nacho cheese.
Put the nacho cheese on top
and he
of it.
tweeted about it. And Sarah Volley's like, hey, do you want to respond to this? So I did. And people were like, "Why wouldn't you dip your pizza into nachos?" I'm like, "Thank you. It was delicious."
It looked.
Oh,
amazing.
he's trying like a gotcha. He's trying to.
Yeah, like
What is this Canadian doing here?
Yeah.
Don't you know about dipping sauces for your pizza, bruh?
Jesus.
But yeah, they've cut back massively.
Really?
Yeah. I was excited. I'm like, I could use a little bit of candy today.
Well, times
Yeah.
are
And then I
tough
got
for
there,
them,
and then
right?
there was
Times are
nothing.
tough. You got to look everywhere.
The Oilers aren't winning hockey
Yeah,
games.
Yeah.
Media doesn't get anything.
Prices
yet.
on food. Everyone knows
Oh
that.
man,
Once the Oilers start winning hockey games again,
There you go.
we'll get the candy
no
back.
chance.
Well, once the playoffs come, we'll get. I guess
Yeah.
maybe they weren't expecting for the playoffs to go for so long last year, so they have to cut back completely.
Let's hope they make the playoffs, right, Trev?
What, do you think they're not making the playoffs?
Did you see that grimace?
They're in the playoffs.
2-4-1.
Yeah,
Relax.
Tommy, when are you calling the season over? When it is,
Oh my
when
god,
next
that's when they
week
start to
or-
play good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe tonight I'll declare it over.
We've qualified somebody for the EST Flyaway to LA, presented by the 780. We're on the phone. Who am I speaking with right now?
You got Spencer.
Spencer, congratulations. You are in the mix now to go to LA. If you win this, the big prize, who would you take with you to Los Angeles?
I'd definitely be taking my best friend, partner, and mother of my 2 awesome boys.
Very smart move there. And if you won, what would be the thing that you'd be most excited to doing? Is it going to the NBA game, NFL game, NHL game, or just being in LA in the winter?
LA in the winter and definitely the NFL for sure.
Perfect. Well, keep your phone on November 29th because you'll have to answer if you're the winner, but the boys will give you a call, let you know if you are the name chosen for this trip. Congrats, Spencer, and have a great weekend.
Awesome. Got it, boys. Thanks a lot.
And there's Spencer. He's in the mix. 2 more chances today to qualify. EST Afternoons with Hernan and Gage, and then the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. And then once tomorrow on Hello Hockey. And then we're back to qualifying people on Monday morning on the Nielsen Show. So be like Spencer.
Did he say his wife? Is that was?
Yes, it was a best friend, partner, mother of his 2 children, wife. That's who we would take with him. So
There's zero chance
smart
I would
move.
do that. I love my wife, but zero chance she's going to 4 games. Essentially would be like 0 chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, if you got that, go for it.
I think. Yeah, I would. I'm not in that relationship, so I wouldn't know. But I feel like, do you promise us another trip? To be like, hey, I'm gonna go with person X because they're gonna enjoy the sports more. But how about we plan a trip?
Yeah, don't worry, I got you. We got something else lined up. It's going to be way better. than
You'll
this.
enjoy it more.
This trip is like nothing. It's going to be. It's
Oh, you
actually gonna be a
downplay
lot of-
this one.
It's going to be a lot of work.
like
you gotta
you've
go
done this
here.
before.
Yeah, I've done this, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. You don't want to be a part of this, right? Like,
We gotta
I
go.
think
do
if I
this.
left when I got back, my wife would go, Where'd you go?
yeah.
You gone?
Make it.
You go somewhere? It's been quiet around here.
Oh,
I thought you were just watching F1 downstairs the entire time.
I'll be right back.
that's exactly. That's what I would get. Yeah.
I'll
Oh
be
yeah,
right
you
back.
did do that
Oh,
thing. Oh,
God,
that's cool. Good for you.
Had a really good couple days there.
I just slept downstairs, didn't have to go anywhere. But yeah, 2 more chances today to qualify for the EST Flyway to LA. I know we've had you on before. You were Sport Edmonton, and this was around the WNBA game. You talked about the Grads court.
Yeah.
But last week, you guys unveiled it.
Yeah, it was kind of a long time in the making, right? So, one of the things I mentioned before is what we're trying to do is whenever there's a big sport event that happens in the city, there's a social community legacy left behind, so it doesn't just come and nothing's there. So when the U Sports Championship happened back in March for the women at U of A at Saville there, they had a whole bunch of like Grads themed stuff. They're really celebrating them. I'm like, well, we should do like a Grads court to honor the best team that's ever played basketball in the history of basketball. And those aren't like my words. It's Dr. James Naismith who said this is the finest team I've ever said. So if the inventor of basketball said that, let's take his word on it. So we started looking around where would be the best place to do a court. And then we realized the school they actually went to, the high school, which is McDougall Elementary now, but was McDougall Commercial High School back in the day, had an awesome court, just needed a little bit of love, but nothing was ever done to it, right? So we got design done. So Pete Newen helped on that because he was doing some Grads merch, who does a whole bunch of cool stuff at Etsy Changes, Shinnies and everything there. So came up with a cool logo with their colors, but also incorporated the school's colors. They had a little bit of teal that we mixed in there. So we did an awesome court mural. Then we did all new backboards and rims and nets and everything. And then we put all the Grads players. So there's There's a little bit of debate on how many women actually played there, but I think we got to like 48 because there were some who were like on there and then some who kind of popped in and out. And we put all their names on all the polls too.
Cool.
So we honored all their names with the head coach, Percy Page, on there as well. So yeah, we launched that last week. We got it done just kind of in time because sometimes these things take a little bit of process between the city and the public school board. We love you guys, but sometimes it's a little bit slower than I like to move.
Government work isn't always quick.
It's not like EST. It's not boom, boom, boom.
Red tape.
Yeah, there's a bit of that, but so we got it done in time before winter hit. We launched it with all the kids and gave them a whole bunch of basketballs.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it's just a cool way to pay honor to kind of the history of the grads in the city, which we'll be talking about more, and then also give the kids in that area a place to play. And now it's like it's a legit court where anybody should go shoot hoops. So I'm proud we could get that done. And maybe next step now is getting them into the Basketball Hall of Fame. So I was talking to the Hall of Fame last week about how to get that going because they've been like on before or would have nominated but never actually got in. So that's next step. And they're like, well, you might have to come down here and do a presentation. I'm like, all right, okay, let's go. I'll get on a flight and let's do it. So
I could build that PowerPoint for
I can build that. I can
yeah.
build that going. So it's been cool. We've done a couple of courts. So we did one for the WNBA game too at a school as well. And then we did this one for the U Sports and then for the big 3x3 tournament that happened in July.
Oh, cool.
I've been going around and putting up 300 nets. I got like 25 more. I got to get them to them this afternoon, and we've been placing 50 rims at hoops all over. So
Nice.
So those kind of 3 big basketball events all have like a cool legacy piece.
That's
that comes with
wicked.
it now. Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool. Yeah, you want to go to a court and look like, hey, somebody took care of this. This is a cool place to play.
Somebody gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
Somebody gives a shit. Let's play on there. This is a cool, safe place to play and learn, and that's what it's about, man.
And chance for people to learn about the Edmonton Grads, because I guarantee there's a lot of people that actually don't know about the Edmonton
Well,
Grads.
I
that's
after 100 years, I mean, memories.
it
memories
fades and stuff.
fade,
So,
right?
but it's important. Like we could say that we have. What did Naismith call them? The
He
greatest.
called the finest team he's ever seen play.
We got to say that they were in Edmonton.
Yeah,
Like we should be boasting
cool.
about that quite
That's
a
a
bit
pretty
and
cool
being like, hey,
story.
that's awesome for
Yeah.
us. So awesome. So McDougall Elementary School.
Now tell me, it's an
Yeah,
old
that's where it is
brick
now.
building. It's an amazing one. It's right off 109th. You know where St. Joe's High School is?
Yep.
It's just north of that, like a block in.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was going to say probably haunted.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, those
Definitely
schools,
haunted.
yeah.
Definitely
You see
haunted.
those old school ones, they're
Yeah.
haunted somewhere.
Yeah, you go down in the boiler room. I don't know. Yeah.
Look
Freddy
at
Krueger's down there.
Freddy
Yeah.
Krueger's down there.
Hopefully none of the
Yes.
students that go there are listening right
And
now.
all they had, like when you walk through school, they had like a little grads thing, like in a display case, but nothing much, right? I was like, we should probably tell that story because, like,
Yeah.
they're called the grads because they graduated high school from there and needed a place to play, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it all kind of ties in together, man.
Hotel Max haunted, isn't it? There's the one room
Supposedly.
that's haunted.
Yeah. I always go by the where Mooner lives. What's that place? It's the Provincial Archives. It's old. I'm like, definitely haunted. Definitely.
I should do this Edmonton ghost tours. I should do that one time. That'd be fun.
For-
Are you guys believers?
No.
No,
You guys won't get scared.
no.
I would, but I don't believe it.
I don't get scared by the supernatural. I was thinking about that of what scares me. Someone who had what scares me.
It's Monday's draft.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
okay.
What is it? The draft? Is it?
Scariest things.
Is it just scariest things? The draft?
I believe so. Now we've
Okay.
categorized it, but
There's only one thing that really startles me a little bit. If I'm home alone, like, and everyone's gone, like I'm in bed sleeping, and I hear like a bang downstairs.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, is someone actually in the house? And I'm like, hello. That's the only thing that kind of puts me on edge. Everything else, I'm fine.
Tip of the day: if there ever is an intruder in your house at night, do not turn the lights on.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what they say because you know your
you
house
know
better
yours,
than
yeah.
them.
yeah.
You have a better sense of how to get around or move. You turn the lights on, you're
Smart,
helping
man.
them. That's something I've
Yeah.
heard. That's I've read that online. So there's your tip of the day.
Nice.
You ever have a house intruder? Don't turn
Right.
the lights on.
I'll tell you what scares me is like on Wednesday nights, I played Victoria for men's league, and sometimes I don't leave till a bit later, right? Like it might be midnight. I'm usually on my e-bike, and I'm biking through the river valley to get home.
Great
be-
patio there.
Great patio there, awesome spot. But you go through some of those spots here. I mean, when it's pitch black on that, like, it's you don't know what's coming at you.
You think
right?
some arms are coming
You
out?
think, you think someone's. I'm like, and they'll never hear from me again.
You got full
And
lights
that's it.
around your bike all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know what happened to. I don't know.
He was on his e-bike.
He was on his e-bike. He was cruising. It was good, and that's the end. And if that's how it's got to go, that's how it's got to go.
You did what you loved.
You did what you love.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the draft or not at all?
No, I'm gonna. This weekend is gonna be nuts. We've got football tonight. Hello Hockey tomorrow. Wild TV gets going Sunday.
Tommy goes wild.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. Bozone Live season 5 gets going on Wild TV. I think it's on free preview right now, by the way. And then pre and post game Sunday. So it's gonna be busy, man.
What time's the game Sunday? Is it early?
4. Boston Pizza Westgate, by the way.
Okay.
Come on
Okay.
down. We'll be on location.
Oh, the new Sims I heard.
They have a
there.
Sim
got
there.
yeah,
new
they got a
Sims.
little refresh there. They have 6 o'clock
Where
or
is
lager
the
on tap.
Sim?
Yeah.
Or not on tap, Ken. I think they have a back room, Dusty was saying.
Oh, is there a back room?
Yeah,
Okay.
and they have a golf
'Cause I'm just
sim
like,
there.
where would they put the sim?
And the rates, I think I saw their ad, and they're pretty good. Because
Would you like a sim?
I did it once one winter. I bought a pass somewhere
you
with
like
a
it?
buddy. I loved it. We went like every 2 weeks. The chipping and the putting sucked.
Yeah.
There was no like, they'd be like, from here to the screen is 13 feet. And then you try and be like, this is a joke. So like, that's where you do have to set it up that if you're within like 6 feet, it's a gimme.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just, it could be just
yeah,
awful. And chipping, like you can't get under it or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was just great to go swing the club. Like
Yeah.
it was just great to pull out the driver, pull out the irons, and hit the ball and pick your course. And you could order your food and drink in.
Yeah.
And where I was, it was like a private room, and so you had a TV on. So if like the Oilers were playing, you could throw on the
That's
Oilers or
kinda
NFL. You could throw it on. You're there with your buddies, and you're just having. And it takes. They say 418 holes for one person is an hour. So if you go with 2 people, you book 2 hours, up to 4 hours. And it's or you just, there's a driving range and you could just work on your game and they show you your shot and all of that. And I loved it.
it's fun.
What's have you ever done Top Golf or whatever?
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Couple times.
What's that like?
It's,
I don't even know what it is. Like it's just like a bar with
It's
driving range.
a driving range. Yeah, driving range mixed in with like bowling, but then like there's music and then like legit top golf.
But it's like
not
target
this like
golf too. Like you hit
Yeah, there's different
games.
types
You
of
guys did
games
the
and
Vegas
stuff.
one, right?
I did the Scottsdale one.
I've done Scott's. I went to Vegas last year and did it.
Did
We
you
just
take a
went to
dip
go
in
We
the-
look
went on
at
Wednesday.
it.
It was kind of dead. Like it wasn't like a big party vibe, but they got like a pool there.
Yeah.
It's just a bar. It's a giant like sports bar.
Yeah.
With
Really?
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
it's not really for a real golfer. Like you're not going there to work on your game.
No.
No.
Yeah.
And there are some people that go and be like, hey, watch me. And like they think, but like there's a distance. You can't, like, they don't want you to shooting over the net. The balls are
probably
they're like driving range balls.
Yeah.
So they're not juiced. Yeah.
de-juiced.
Yeah.
You're playing games. Like you're going
there's
towards
games.
targets
Yeah.
and stuff.
There's like
It's
an
cool.
Angry Birds game I remember playing where like
really?
on the screen it's like this tower and you have to hit it, like try to visualize where it would be, and they map it out nicely for you. You hit it and you try to knock things down.
It's cool.
But then there's the music, there's the vibe. So it's just, that's what it
Food.
is.
Yeah, beer.
One of the latest things I heard was because River Cree said they were gonna have Top Golf.
I know.
And then Top Golf said, well, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I think what's happened
Oh, it's
was
like a company.
it's a
It's a-
company.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
there's Calgary has 2 locations called Launchpad.
Yeah.
It's a different thing, but it's called Launchpad. I think what River Cree is doing, like they maybe thought it was like Kleenex type thing. They said it's just like
Oh.
Gager. I think maybe they went with we're bringing Top Golf, but they're bringing
Launchpad.
a launch,
think
or
so?
they're bringing something like that to it. That's what I heard is
Okay.
that there still is supposed to be a golf component to it,
Yeah.
but it's not Top Golf.
Yeah,
But
see,
it's
And
not
that's
a
where-
franchise.
It's not one of the franchises of
Yeah.
Top Golf because when they came on, I'm like, we have no idea what the hell this is. It was like, oh,
yeah, that's
bad.
those 2 days were glorious.
and Gage was like 4 decks.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Like great date night, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I haven't been to Launchpad. I've just seen like their social
I've
media.
been
so-
Launchpad in Calgary. It's,
Yeah.
it's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
It's
Most
a nice
20-year-old
spot.
girls can't afford clubs, Tommy. It's fine.
Well, and they'll stay open
Borrow
up
yours.
until I can't remember what the
got that figured
temperature is.
out.
I think it's -20. They'll stay open in Calgary.
oh, yeah?
The way they're set up, it's like the wind normally goes here and they face the other way or something. So
And then you got the heaters and stuff, so
really,
they can
yeah.
set it up
Heaters
to
and
it,
stuff,
like so
yeah.
it's something that could be done all year.
yeah.
It looks like to me though, Top Golf is like the creme de la creme. And then I see Launchpad, I'm like, yeah, but
yeah,
It's yes, that's exactly
quite
what it
there.
is.
Okay.
that's not the same.
But if that's all we get, I'll take it.
I'd rather not.
I'd rather have it than not have it all. Like,
Well, there's
if I
rumors
get-
about doing Victoria, like their actual driving range, like redoing that if
Yeah.
we get a big golf tournament in the future, because they would have to maybe a course that was close to Victoria. It's a little bit more private on the other side of the river, but they don't have the best driving range. They need a longer one. So, anyways, there's talks about that. Maybe that would be like a launch pad. If you're gonna do it, right?
Oh, not the
Victoria's
got
the
good
one
food.
below
Down the
Row
hill.
Road, right?
Yeah.
I remember Chimera. I think Chimera was hitting over the.
Yeah,
Over the.
it's not that long.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not long.
He was crushing it over there, though.
And lefties aren't allowed to use the top deck.
He looked like Ohtani, what he's going to do to the Yankees.
Tonight.
Oh, striking out.
Oh, no.
The top
going
deck-
yard.
The top deck's weird. I don't like
Getting on
it.
base.
You're not allowed to use it if you're a lefty.
I don't
Because
it would go over.
It goes, it's going to go over the net and hit the people on hole 7. I think that is. Or is it 8? Or sorry, I mean 6,
the-
whatever.
For
But yeah,
Vic, that's like you got balls flying at you, guys
Yeah.
are cut off jean shorts, tank top. Like that's just the beauty of the
Yeah.
course.
It's
I
the
love
should be
Vic.
fun.
oldest public golf course in North America. I
Really?
believe.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I was talking with an old guy there because I was like, I'm very worried that this that's prime real estate.
It is.
Like, and how close you are.
Yeah,
to the
they've thought
river.
about
like.
selling it or whatever, but I think the city's going to keep it.
Well, and like I can't remember what the guy was saying, but he's like, they'd never do that. Like the city couldn't get away with it just because it is oldest course and there'd be too much with it. I was like, oh, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
know
I do a little
non-golfers
tournament there every year, the Clarke Classic, and there's a trophy. But the trophy's not for the best player. It's like who's ever the best beauty of the night, and I'm the sole person who makes that decision, right? And this year, the guy, if you've been to Vic, like, do you know there's showers there?
No.
Okay, there's showers there. And the guy who won it this year, I went down in there. I was like, what is that noise? Like, and he was taking a shower. Post game, shower. Like he had to move
Okay.
boxes and a mop and everything out of the way. I don't know where he found a towel. And he was just
He knew what he was
That's
doing.
odd.
that's odd. Yeah.
That is odd.
And I was like, okay, well, you just won the trophy. You just won the cup right
For
there.
showering
at Victoria.
At Vic, yeah.
They got great food there.
Great food, great clubhouse. Well, it's stacked up, right? But the patio there is fantastic.
If you sit right on that patio, you get 10 teeing off,
Yeah.
and 9 coming in,
And
Yeah.
then coming in.
and
Yeah.
potentially 18, but
That's
it's
the
elevated,
spot.
so it's a little tight.
Yeah.
But so it's a great spot to just go have a couple of drinks
Yes.
100%.
on a summer night if you just want to watch a little bit of golf and
Is
amateurs
the
play.
is the ranch open for like dinner and stuff throughout the winter, or is it everything closed down?
They
closed
do
down.
have like weddings,
Wedding,
and
just
functions and
events.
stuff
And
like
You
that.
closed down last weekend, I think. you
Yeah,
said?
Because
20th
I think Yaga Ridge is open
still.
in the winter time for dinner sometimes.
I-
It might be
oh,
the same thing.
Yeah.
Cactail Crossing has out of bounds restaurant, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
and it
They're
stays
probably
open
still
year
open
round.
too.
Yeah, they might be. I don't know.
Is there
I
any
haven't
courses
seen, I haven't
left?
talked to Gordon in a while.
I think with the ranch, is you're just there's no residential right there. It might be harder to convince people to come out there for
Yeah,
a
I
little bit of food
guess.
type thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like the ones in the city, there's people right there that could get out there. So
Not a lot of foot traffic, I guess. You're right.
but yeah, I'm already excited for golf season next year.
Well, you didn't get to play this.
I know that's what I'm excited.
It might
next
still be
year.
going on, right?
No, I won't-
I
no.
played December 22nd.
Yeah, but
last
you
year.
played over at
Terra Pines.
yeah.
Yeah. Deep
the
Pines.
that's the official name.
That's right.
Yeah.
We won't go with the other one.
We'll leave it at that.
Leave it
It's-
there, yeah.
They won't shut down. That course won't
I
shut
heard
down
they have
until
new
snow.
ownership,
Really?
and they might be like starting to.
Oh,
Not be
some
open
investment into
for
it.
December 20 whatever
Yeah.
because we had nice weather for a
22nd.
single day.
Exactly.
There's probably one year my buddy and I, the latest we golfed was I think October 31st or 30th, and we were gonna go on Halloween, but we were calling around trying to find a tee time, and everything closed at 2:00 that day that we could find, so we couldn't golf on the 31st. So this is about the most courses I would say would be down now for the year.
yeah.
You got to end your year right for next year to be solid.
Yeah.
That's
That's
thing.
what they say. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get ready. We got to
Yeah.
get ready. And then you still show up and it's all temp greens or whatever. Anyways, right? Like, oh, so glad
All right,
you
we
guys
just
closed
punched the
early.
greens.
I'm so glad. Like, you don't understand this. I'm like, I don't. Clearly, I don't.
That's why we're thankful we have the ranch because their greens
Yeah.
are always just right off the bat. Fantastic. The official drink of the EST Hangout. It is the Finnish long drink legend in 1952. A drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment. Real liquor. Longdrink.com/Canada is where you can go to take a look. Which liquor stores in Edmonton near you have brought it in and have ordered it to their shop. It is a delicious, refreshing drink, and highly recommended for this weekend if you want a chance. Sobe Kirk, Garrison is great. Matt at the Garrison, cough. Matt, is your food still there? I actually love golf in the Garrison.
They have the curling rink too, so
That's right. I guess they would be open.
It's year round.
The thing I love about Garrison that I've had is I've gone many summers where you go golf there, you do your 18, and then you drop your power card off, and then like just grab a pull cart, and you could keep golfing for the rest of the time when you have twilight.
Really?
And they all go home. The workers go home, and you go until you're done.
No way.
I love golf. One, I actually really like the course.
They did some renos to it recently too. They spruced it up a bit. It's good.
It's a good design.
Yep.
It's got its challenges.
Yep.
But yeah, if you get a good, there's nothing like a Sunday night, getting like a 5 o'clock tee time in the summer, do your 18, grab the pull cart, and then just keep golfing the rest of the time. They're one of the few courses that do that, I think.
Tee off at 5 and be able to finish 18 and possibly more is always hilarious.
You could probably just carry your clubs too, right? Like you're strong enough to do that, Matty. You could.
Yeah, but if I get that power cart through 18 holes,
even more reason to carry.
Boom, I could get through more holes. I get through the 18 holes quicker, maybe. And then I have more holes I could do when it's
Have you ever been able to use those like scooters or those fake Harley bikes to put your clubs on and stuff? Yeah. I've seen tons of those. Those would be a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
That's when the old guys get really dialed in. You'll see that in like Phoenix and stuff. Yeah. And they push, they'll be like exactly 22 yards, and this cart just goes out of nowhere, this robot thing with their glove.
I like that. I like that, the one that just follows you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
There you go.
I walked the course. Did you have to carry a bag? Nope. Followed behind.
Yeah, a little robot.
A little caddy, a little robo caddy.
That is
Get
such
one
a
of those
neat thing.
Tesla robots, and he'll just carry it for you. Probably program it to be a caddy, and he'll tell you where to put it.
I think that has a human running it.
Does it?
I think for the launch that they had for it, I think there was somebody actually running it.
Well, that's not cool.
It's all iRobot.
Yeah, I know.
Even the look of everything was iRobot.
Yeah.
iRobot didn't go well. Robots tried taking over the world. Why are we trying to let robots take over this world? Did we not learn from this movie? Will Smith, I don't think Will Smith's going to save us.
He's definitely not now. What happened at the end of that movie?
He saved us.
No, but
killed the one
why
robot.
did the one robot committed murder?
It was like sentient, wasn't it?
Oh,
Because
the main computer.
The guy who built all these robots, I think, realized his mistake that they were like going to take over. Oh. So he needed to get a message to Will Smith's character. So he had to get killed. So Will Smith would get on the scent of the robots are bad, because Will Smith was like the only person who was like, these robots are bad. And everyone else like, these robots are amazing.
Yeah.
And then Will Smith hunted down. And then that robot kind of at the end, it kind of left it open for a sequel, because he like stood on the hill with all the robots getting put into sea cans. And it was like, well, is he going to like lead these guys? Like, what's he leading them to? But then it ends.
We can only hope, right? Only hope for that.
Yeah. Well, I read
just if you ever see the robot with the red light, it's not good.
There's supposed to be, I don't know if it's fake or not, but that DeGrasse, the scientist, said there's a asteroid by 2036. It's it'll pass below where the satellites circle the Earth. So
cool.
Clock's ticking.
Yeah. But it's supposed to not hit us, but I mean,
they always say, I love these things. We have this, this asteroid's going to hit us in this one day, but it's just going to miss us. What do you mean? Like it always changes.
There was one that they actually sent a rocket up to like push it off course to see if we could do it.
That was called Armageddon, Tommy.
No. And there was like an Aerosmith song. And like,
It looked real. It looked really real.
Ben Affleck was
It looked real.
I think they show that movie at like, I was reading at like the start of like NASA classes, and people have to pinpoint all the mistakes in the movie. And they're up to like 50 or 60 mistakes that just aren't accurate at all.
Yeah.
Including paying these, like not just teaching astronauts how to drill, as opposed to teaching drillers
great movie.
how to be astronauts.
Yeah.
What a
You'd
concept.
think they would be able to figure that out.
But they did send up a rocket to an asteroid that wasn't going to hit Earth, and they're like, can they shift it off course? And they succeeded.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is that. We've done it.
Yeah, we've done it until it matters, and then it'll be the Simpsons.
Well, then we
thing where
get
they
Ben
were
Affleck and Bruce Willis.
In the Simpsons, they were going to send the rocket to blow it up, and instead it shot and hit Moe's bar. No, that was in the thing. It hit the bridge, the only bridge out of town, and then they were all screwed. Oh, the Simpsons, great show. Armageddon. Teach the NASA astronauts wouldn't be able to figure out how to drill.
No,
let's teach these drillers. I mean, how to be astronauts.
Even when you watch it, there's a point where I think Bruce Willis goes, "This is turned backwards, like the drill bit's backwards." Like, are you serious? They couldn't read the schematics of a drill.
They're drillers.
It's great. Don't Look Up. That was the other one that Dusty and I were talking.
That's
about.
A good movie.
That's a great movie.
Oh yeah. You want to get into an argument? Talk about that movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Don't Look Up.
It's with like DiCaprio, Jonah Hill.
Pretty fun.
Great cast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get to Road Warriors, which is brought to you by AccuSteel Heavy Haul Trailers. Custom manufacturing heavy haul trailers for mining, oil and gas, equipment, highway transportation, quality, innovation, integrity, trusted by the leaders in the heavy transport industry. Get on the road with peace of mind for your large load to AccuSteel.ca. To the two most important things for the city of Edmonton today, the Penguins, the road team, coming here to Edmonton to take on the Oilers, while it's the Toronto Argonauts on the road here in Edmonton to take on the Elks, as the Elks will wrap up the 2024 season. Yankees on the road in LA to take on the Dodgers. What else is the big stuff in sports? You got Nottingham Forest on the road taking on Leicester in Premier League action at 1:00 for those footy fans out there.
Hey, there's something today in LA. Sports Center put this up there. This is what's going on in and around LA sporting wise and event wise. World Series, like Maddie said. Lakers game at crypto.com we talk about. There is the USC game at the Coliseum in LA. There's a concert at the Old Forum. There's a concert at Intuit Dome in the same area.
Wow.
There's East LA Classic at SoFi Stadium. So there's all of these events happening in and around LA at the same time in sports.
So they got us beat tonight, hey?
A little bit, even though it's busy.
Yeah, we had our two games and we thought we were so special.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's
do the double dip. I love the Elks Oilers double. There's been a couple of times.
Yes,
when you can make
and they
that
should
happen.
try doing it every year.
I love that.
I feel like you need to try to get an Elks game at actually if you do it like an Elks game at 2:30, that goes till about 5:30. Allow people to get downtown, grab a bite somewhere. Oiler game at 8.
Yeah, throw in a free beer or something like that if you do it.
That'd be nice.
What happened with you and the Dogs this year? At the start of the year, it was like, I'm going to be there every home game this year, and then all of a sudden you weren't.
Well, yeah, no, it just conflicting schedules, and it was just there was too many people.
Do you miss it?
It was fun for a bit, but now I was like, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, you ran those kitchens.
Yeah, no, I was done.
You're ready to hang up the apron?
Yeah, it was
Or the chef's coat?
It was a neat skill to learn, operating a concession stand. And it was cool, I'd bring food to you guys.
Dusty was a hero.
Yeah, Dusty, he's not looked upon as fondly for games here because the guys in the truck are like, "Where's the box of food?"
I thought you knew people.
Suits. I remember the one time I went in because the girl that worked the front, there was a guy there before and he never let me in, and she goes, "Just go in." And so I'd go into the.
She's very nice.
Yeah, I'd go into the media center place, and I'd go into the room. Dusty'd be calling the game, and Suits I'd kind of look, and I would go, and he'd go.
Big thumbs up.
So I could be better friends with Suits than Dusty is.
He's in town. He's on the broadcast tonight.
Another season that I don't believe Dusty invited Suits to his house or went for dinner anywhere in Edmonton. Didn't treat him. I think Suits invited him to his house.
Yeah.
But I don't believe Dusty's reciprocated it.
Well,
And
what's
this is my point.
Suits' culinary choices? Does that conflict? Is Dusty a little worried? He went to Switzerland to the top of a mountain, had chicken fingers.
Right.
But he gets to choose the meal.
I know, but do you really? I don't know.
Suits. I think Suits is like a surf and turf guy. You're
Yeah,
going to his house.
so-
He's treating you red wine, surf and turf.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. So
Yeah.
if you're Dusty, you could do burgers. Get Suits a frozen burger. Suits won't know they're frozen, but cook him some burgers and bring him to the house.
Oh, okay. I thought you were taking him out for dinner.
You could take him out to dinner. Dusty could find something on the menu at a place. Yeah, I think go to Sherlock's or something. You don't have to go fancy. I'm sure.
No, you're trying to impress.
No, you're just if
friends.
you're good
Wind up
if you're
extra
best friends, you can have a wonderful time wherever. That's the key. So take him to Boston Pizza, a wonderful
Chris.
partner of ours.
Ruth Chris.
There's,
Great spot, by the way.
I'm just saying, and this is where this whole conversation came up last year, where I don't like Dusty does not reciprocate the friendship.
Yeah,
so he can't say he's best friends when he never invites Suits to anything. It's always the other way.
That's kind of a good point.
Yeah. He's been taking advantage of my wieners and burgers.
Does he ever offer you the food in return?
No, but I eat a lot around here. Yeah. So I guess
You haven't been cooking this week.
everyone else is. The Jay's kind of taken over. He's all in there.
He's got the fuse sausage.
He also was cleaning out his freezer. Or that's what he brought some things that he says from his freezer, and I'm just thinking in my mind, I'm thinking like he's cleaning out the freezer, and it's like, boys will eat this. They were delicious.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
The taquitos. And the other thing I didn't touch because they had onions in it.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It was a French onion soup thing.
Oh, delicious.
But it wasn't the French onion soup. It was in like a breaded thing.
Oh, I made French onion soup. I send my food pics to Eric. He likes that stuff.
Yeah, he does. Because he likes to grill, and he'll put succulent meats on there, slathered in barbecue.
He goes to the Acme Meats and gets the deluxe cuts too.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Acme was a little bit closer. I got to start hitting there more.
Actually, it's perfect. Acme Meats and then Shitty's
for
burgers.
I
Right
know.
there
That's
for
the
burgers.
spot.
Go to
Yeah.
Acme, grab your meat,
You
go
should
home.
probably go to
Boom.
Shitty's first, because when you go into Acme hungry, you'll well, maybe Corey likes it that way.
Or go the other way around, right? Yeah.
Big Uke, stop gatekeeping friendships, Iwanyk. I'm trying to make sure friendships are Big Uke, friendships are a two-way street.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say here.
Bones said that Dusty and Suits are just acquaintances. I think that's
They're work colleagues.
yeah.
Suits would like to be more. Suits wants to have a friendship. Dusty doesn't reciprocate enough at a level of being friends. That's all I'm saying. They're not.
tough.
You can't
That's
say they're
tough,
best.
man.
You can't say you're best friends if you never invited your best friend to your house or out for dinner.
You make a good point.
Like, oh sure, Dusty will be like, oh, we go for dinner on the road. Yeah, because you have no one else.
Yeah.
When you're in your home base, which is Edmonton, and you have a lot to do, if your best friend comes to town, would you not? Like, if your best friend lived out of town and
Or
come
very
here,
good friend,
you
yeah.
would go, or very good friend, you'd be like, hey, you're in town. I should invite, like, let's go grab a bite or something. Let's go do something.
Yeah.
Dusty never does it. Dusty never does it.
Called out, Dustin.
So deal with that, Big Uke. I'm not going with. That's pretty funny.
Is it
Big
getting
Uke.
nasty in the nasty?
Well, he's also saying it won't give Jasmine a hat. That's because it never happened.
Paulie says he thinks it did.
Paulie could tell me this.
Yeah, he could.
And Jasmine says Paulie said it happened, and then now he's telling you he thinks it happened, so he doesn't even know.
Well, he brought it up because he had heard somebody talking about it on the show.
You guys aren't giving out hats?
No, Jasmine said I promised her a hat, and I don't remember this, and I'm usually really good at remembering things. And there was 3 of us at this table, one being Paulie, his brother, and I'm like, if Paulie tells me I said it, I'll give her a hat.
Yeah.
Paulie's not told me this.
He's usually listening, so Paul text Matthew and tell him what you think. Mike, the Michigan fan, this is where it gets good. When I have Fridays off this winter, I will bring you guys in some smoked meats on a Friday for the EST crew. Mike, the Michigan fan. Huge.
He came to Century Casino for the last Elks game. It was great seeing him. And Michigan not having the best season for college football.
Isn't there a big game? Eric was talking about it today.
In college football?
Yeah.
I don't know who's
Play
the big game
State,
this weekend.
don't they?
Who's the big game? Notre Dame Navy is 2 ranked teams playing. Oregon takes on Illinois, 2 ranked teams playing. Alabama takes on Missouri. Texas Vanderbilt. LSU Texas A&M, 8-14. That's probably the biggest of top 25 teams. I don't think Michigan's ranked anymore. Who does Michigan got this weekend?
Joel says, oh my God, give her the hat.
You give her a hat then, Joel. Like you go. It's Michigan, Michigan State.
I got a hat.
Yeah, you go give a hat then, Joel, huh? How about Big Uke? You go give a hat and all that. You go do all these things. If everyone wants Joel, if everyone wants Jasmine to get a hat, go give Jasmine a
I'll give her
hat.
a hat.
Yeah, everyone else can
Breed's
give a hat.
offered the hat like
offered the
7
hat.
times.
Sure,
Yeah.
everyone else could give a hat. Go for it.
No problem.
He's going to the warehouse today.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to a kid I know. I've known him. He was at my wedding. He was only a couple weeks old, but Hunter St. Martin signs with the Florida Panthers. His entry-level deal. So
Nice.
Sixth rounder. Good kid. Plays for the Medicine Hat Tigers. So I'm good friends with his dad, obviously, and his mom, Susan Humphreys / St. Martin, former figure skater, and Blair St. Martin of U of A hockey fame.
Nice.
So good for Hunter.
Hey.
First
boy.
NHL Oiler captain, wasn't it?
Who?
Blair St. Martin or no?
No, that's Ron Chipperfield.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Blair was the psychopath that played for the Bears. He's crazy. Once laid out Brad Tuschuk in warm-up because he kept his head down doing the horseshoe.
In warm up.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I haven't gone to a Bears game yet this year. But Claire Drake is just absolutely
Oh, it's
wonderful.
iconic.
Oh,
Yeah, I love that place.
And you might run into Stoff there. If the Oilers aren't playing, they're in town.
Yeah, he'll
I will
there.
guarantee you Stoff
be
will be
there.
there.
Yeah.
Stoff will be there. You could have a nice little chat with Stoffer about what's going on with the Oilers.
It's funny how like a bunch of old guys line up to talk to him. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous. Mr. Stoffer. I'm like, it's Bob. Just call him Bob.
Yeah.
Go Stoff.
Or Stoff.
Everyone
very
thought
casual.
that at the mall, all those people on the main rink were for Connor. It was for Stoff.
Yeah.
Connor was back in phase 1.
Reed, last little couple minutes here. What do you got cooking up on everything you've got going, including Sport Edmonton?
Yeah, man. We're so we kind of finished up a whole bunch of legacy projects. So we did courts. We've given away a ton of equipment, whether it's ball hockey, basketball, football, to kids. We hosted an event for all the Olympic athletes who are from Edmonton with the city. So
Cool.
Nice.
there was like 20 plus, like Paralympics and Olympics. So we did a thing at City Hall with that. Because when I went to them, I said, "Hey, what do we do with these athletes?" They're like, "I don't know. What do you think?" I'm like, "Well, we should do something. It's pretty cool." Like,
Yeah.
it's silver medal, bronze medal, all these guys.
Yep.
So that was good. So we're getting proclamations from the city. I think that was like Athletes and Excellence Day. We did a Women in Sports Day. I was almost thinking you guys should get a proclamation from the city. Maybe when you guys hit like 500 or something shows, I'll hook you up with a proc. Send you the
Let's get a
the link. You guys
EST
need
Day.
a proclamation, right?
Yeah.
We're getting them like Tic Tacs, so I can give you. I'll set
Can
you
we
up
have
with
one?
one. Yeah, well, you get it. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
But yeah. So and we're just kind of built. Got a lot of cool things planned out for 2025, and got to finish this project. Get these last few nets up there. Doing that, man. So.
And if people want
Busy.
some merch.
Yeah,
What's the best place?
citychamps.ca. So yeah, we've got all the Trapper stuff, and then we're launching our new kind of hats and apparel with the signature Edmonton E logo soon. So
Wicked.
that should
Love
be up
that.
by next week.
Love that.
You have any idea what's on the show yet today?
Oh, shoot. Yes, we do. We have from Pittsburgh Penguins, Taylor Haas at 2:20 to talk a little Pens on EST afternoons, 1 to 3. And everything else is going to be Fernando Alonso hitting 400th Grand Prix this weekend.
Celebrate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So big celebration with all the Spanish drivers, I guess.
I don't like Alonso.
No?
What?
He's too much of a dick to Lewis. I'm pro Lewis. So screw Fernando.
I want to see Lewis win it, so
Lewis deserves 8
he does.
because he has 8.
Yeah,
but he doesn't
does.
have 8.
Yeah, I know. That was a joke.
And Fernando is always anti-Lewis, so screw Fernando.
Everyone's anti-Lewis.
Yeah, but he's the most outspoken of it, and screw Fernando.
I know. Fernando is pretty. I want to see Fernando really good and Lewis really good to rekindle
nice.
that flame.
Yeah, well, who won back when they both were good?
Lewis.
Yeah, deal with it, Fernando. As if he's watching right now.
Oh, he's watching.
Yeah.
On the Reed Wilkins show. I'm guessing Jeff Krischel because it says Krischel on the Reed Wilkins show, as is Mac D. Mac D
okay.
going to join Reed and Jay today
Excellent. Nice.
from 3 until 6. 6 to 7, GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Hernan and YouTube. Trev, 6:30 is the Green and Gold kickoff show live at Century Casino with myself and Reed. We'll be live at Century Casino, but also on just the EST YouTube channel until GCLT's oil stream. Pre-game show ends. We got the post-game show with Hernan and YTT later tonight on EST. We got the Green and Gold post-game show as well. Dusty, Tommy on the broadcast on TSN. We got World Series. Just so much happening. But EST, we've got you covered for the rest of the day. Coming up next, it is the Lock Shop. Myself and Jake Bullenmoss, we will be on the Lock Shop. And then at noon, it's also the oil stream with Tommy and Hernan Salas. Reed, thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Gager, thanks for coming in early as well. On behalf of Reed, Gager, Tommy, I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. As I said, Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Look at this. Let's go.
There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today